And he's like, if you want, I can actually hypnotize you. And I was like, wait, what the fuck?
What?
What the fuck are we talking about? All right. Welcome back and welcome into the Leave the Tab Open podcast. I am your host, as always, Austin Beck, aka AB. I am joined today by some say our second chair, some say our third chair. Depends who you ask. Sean Egan is he's back in the building and for his debut on YouTube. Welcome in, Sean. This is exciting, and also this is going to cause controversy because now we've got our first 2 episodes on YouTube. One was without you, and then this one potentially is going to be without Jack, depending on how far we get in our recording. So, good to have you. How are you feeling?
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to be back. It feels like it's been a couple weeks since I've been here. I've been missing out. I've been listening to you guys though. You've been holding it down without me. Um, it does feel like you're planting the stake between me and Jack, trying to cause a rift, second and third chair.
Hey,
No, I'm
it's
just
it's
playing,
good
man.
for clicks, you know.
Yeah, but I'm happy to be here. It's good to be back. Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on in the past couple weeks. A lot of playoffs, a lot of golf, a lot of stuff happening in the world.
Yeah, a lot of sports, a lot of pop culture, a lot of world news, lots of just everything that we get into. So it's like this last couple of weeks has been made for this podcast. But yeah, there's a lot to catch up on for sure.
Yeah, well, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Well, I guess first of all, anything exciting in your life that you want to talk about that has happened over the last couple of weeks since we last recorded with you, or has it just been business as usual?
Well, I think you mentioned on one of the episodes that I missed, I had a little golf trip. Well, I didn't actually go anywhere, but I hosted the golf trip.
Was
It
this
was
like
re-
out of town people meeting you for this golf trip, or are you guys all in town?
Yeah, so they used to all live in Denver. There's just two other buddies. They used to live in Denver, and they both actually work for this same company. The company moved one of them to Arizona, the other one to New Mexico. Um, and then which isn't too far away from here, so they get back kind
Yeah.
of often to play. But we're trying to get our first like golf trip in of the year or whatever. And then because the winter was super mild out here, I was just like getting teased left and right, seeing people golf all winter long, and so we finally decided to get something in the works. And our first 2 trips that we planned in April got snowed out after snowing 3 times all winter. It snowed 2 weeks in a row in April. Um, but we ended up getting, I think one of them was March, one of them was April. But yeah, they ended up getting out here last week. The weather was phenomenal. And not to brag, but I shot back to back rounds in the 70s. Um,
Wow, fuck.
first time in my life that I've gone back to back and on back to back days nonetheless. So this is gonna be my last episode, and I'm gonna be joining the Corn Ferry tour here in a
Wow.
couple weeks.
That's exciting,
No,
dude. I mean, with
but
those numbers, anything's possible. You could be playing at Augusta soon for all we know.
hey, yeah, anything is possible. But yeah, man, it was really fun to see them. I haven't seen them in a couple months, I think. November, I think, was our last one. It was fun to get out there, and it's always more fun when you're playing well. Um,
Yeah,
we
that's the
me
thing
and
with golf is like it's as fun as you are good, basically. So like if you're
yeah,
sucking ass, it's not that fun. But if you I mean, for a guy like me, I'm like happy with like 3 holes in a row that like go well. And at that point, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, we're having a good time out here. So 2 rounds, yeah, that would have me feeling a certain type of way.
yeah, and it's funny. It's like I really wasn't expecting to be playing that well because I hadn't touched a club in 6 months, and I was just like happy to be out there with my boys. And at first, we weren't sure how the weather was going to be. We thought we were in for some crazy wind and who knows. And so I was just like, fuck it, I don't care what I'm gonna shoot or how I'm gonna play. And I wasn't really like paying attention to my score. I don't really like to be like meticulously on top of my score. I just kind of write it down and leave it. So
Yeah.
I was doing that, but then I started like adding it up on like hole 17, and I'm like, oh shit, this has a chance. But then all the pressure, I hate after I add up my score on 17 or 18 because then I'm just like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, here comes a double
Yeah.
bogey, here comes the water. But no, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. My confidence is back up. I'm trying to get back out there now. I'm just itching. But we are also me
Were
and
these rounds
Morgan.
sorry, were these rounds 79s, both of them?
One was a 78, one was a 79, but
Okay.
the 78 was at a par 71, and the 79 was on a par 72, so they're
So
technically
same
both
score, basically.
7 overs. Yeah,
Yeah. Alright, alright.
yeah.
I just had to check 'cause the way you said it, 2 rounds in the 70s is like, if it was 73s, you would obviously mention that, so.
Yeah, I squeaked in the 70s, but I'll
Okay,
take it,
okay.
man.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, and then otherwise, me and my girlfriend just got approved for a new house that we'll be moving
Yeah.
into, 1 week from today, so that's super exciting.
Nice. Let me know if you need
Um
help moving, bro.
Yeah, dude, get you on first flight out here. But no, it's super exciting, but it's like kind of annoying because it's like that kind of you're just in limbo because like the house is secured, everything, we've paid, like it's ours. So like all we're thinking is like, oh, what should we do in this room? What should we do in that room? Like, what should we do in this? And mind you, I haven't even been to the house yet. I've only seen pictures. Morgan went and toured it when I was at work. And I mean, I'm not worried about it, but it's just funny. I'm just like, we got to get this kind of couch. We got to decorate. We got to do this. And it's like, we
Yeah,
don't even move for another week. Stop getting ahead of yourself.
yeah,
But I can't wait. We've been in apartments for shit, like, I mean, I've been in an apartment for like 8 years,
yeah,
and I miss living in a house. We have 2 dogs, so
yeah.
it's
Having a
gonna be
yard with dogs is like a game changer, dude. I mean, and
yeah.
obviously you can find small yards with apartments and stuff, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah, nothing like that, and yeah, I'm sick. I get my own man cave. It's got a basement. I don't know, we got super lucky. Crazy how things work out. It's like we missed out on like 5 or 6 different houses, and we were pissed. But, like, this house that we ended up getting would have been our first choice, like, if we had a big board.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good, but, yeah, we got lucky. But, yeah, 1 week from today, so if we're recording next week, you might see me in
Hopefully
a
it's in
different
the house.
studio. Our viewers on
Nice.
YouTube now, yeah, but, I'm gonna get pimped out like your studio. I got some jerseys, I'm gonna get a light, we're gonna get set up.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, it is, very humbling to go from the apartment scene for, however long to then get into a house because it does there's just something about it. Leah and I did the same thing. We were in apartments for years, and, it was fine, for us, just when it was just us and everything, but, then we got a dog and a cat, and you start to feel a little cramped, and then, before we knew it, we had kids coming along, and especially at that point, you're like, "Fuck," like, I would like some more space and some more freedom in general. It feels like when you're separated from your neighbors, you're not, like, actually connected to your neighbors, like, there's just more freedom. I don't know. It's a good feeling, so I can definitely
Yeah,
relate.
and speaking of neighbors, like, we've been having an issue with this neighbor who lives under us since pretty much like the first day we moved in like years ago. And she's just like super, super loud, like music, which isn't the worst thing, but she has like subwoofers downstairs.
Oh,
And
so the bass is just
dude,
rocking.
it's nuts. Like most of the time you can't even hear the music. You can only just feel the rhythm of the bass.
My
And it'll like
god.
be vibrating the bed, vibrating the walls. And like years ago when we first moved in, she would be like banging broomsticks on our floor like at like 6 p.m. when
Oh
like so
my
it's not even
god.
quiet hours, and we'd be like vacuuming or something, nothing outrageous. Um, and we finally went down to talk to her, and we knocked on the door, and we weren't gonna be like, we were gonna talk to her and just be like, hey, like let's figure this out. She like opened the door, invited us in, basically was saying how she is an ex drug addict, um, and that she like hears spirits and ghosts. And then we told her like, all right, well, like when we're up there vacuuming and stuff, like we would just appreciate it if you're not like banging. And she's like, oh my God, you guys are the spirits. Like you guys are possessed. She's talking about how she sees all these spirits and possessed and this and that. And like there's an ambulance here once every like 2 weeks for her. I don't know for what.
Like a mental
She is
episode or
just,
something?
yeah, and she's always walking around with her little like shit yappy dog, and she has like an oxygen tank. And I'm like, I'm just curious why this like 60-plus-year-old woman with an oxygen tank is blaring fucking subtronics at like 1 a.m. Or like, dude, like what
Does
if
she have people over or something? Because that is weird.
she has, I think her daughter. There is like a younger woman that's over there a lot of the time, and they give off mother daughter vibes. They're always like arguing and shit.
Mm, yeah.
But I don't know. It's just crazy because like we hear her switch the music on at like 11 p.m. And sometimes it'll still be on when I'm waking up for work at like 5:30 in the morning.
That's
And it's
unreal, dude.
it's insane. But yeah, she apparently goes hard as fuck. She has like all these dubstep bumper stickers on her car outside, and like
What the fuck?
you would think it's like this young rave girly, and it's this like 70-year-old lady with an oxygen tank. And I don't know,
What?
I guess, yeah, she's a raver till she dies.
How
But
have
yeah,
you
we
never
don't even
talked about this before, dude? This is definitely podcast worthy. What the fuck? You got a former drug addict, 65-year-old downstairs neighbor that fucking blares dubstep at 4 in the morning. Like that's wild.
it's so ridiculous. Like I can't even it's just like she has to be doing it to be getting a rise out of us, I would think. Cause it's just like absurd. Like, I don't even, you would think she's like throwing a party or something down there.
That's
Um,
crazy.
it's nuts. And like, I've had people that live in our same building, who have stopped me outside before thinking, cause we share like a garage too. The lady under us, her garage is next
Uh-huh.
door. And this lady thought it was me. And she like came up to me and started talking to me, and I'm like, oh no, that lady is under us. And like, we have dealt with her all the time. We call the front office like security on her. And it's like, you hate to be that guy, but like at some point, you can't be just like
Yeah.
rattling the entire building. And what's crazy is like, we call and complain, and they're like, oh yeah, you're not the first one to call and complain. And it's like, well, then go and
If
tell her to
fucking
shut the
do
fuck
something.
up.
Yeah. They could fine her for sure. They could definitely give her like you have this many complaints from neighbors, we're fining you. And that would be
That's what
totally within their right. Like,
That's what I'm wondering, and, like, I don't know what she has going on, if she is maybe under some sort of, like, I don't even know, some sort of, like, housing thing, or, like,
what if she's in
I
witness
don't.
protection or some shit?
But, like, every time we call, and then sometimes we're like, we're calling every day, this happens every day, "Can you guys do something?" And they're like, "Yeah, like, we're trying. If you guys can send a video whenever this happens." But it's like, you can't really take a video of bass, because when you take a video of
Yeah.
it, just sounds like nothing, and it
Yeah.
ends up just being a video of the dogs, like, looking around scared.
It's like a brown noise.
Yeah. And it's like,
That's
you can't see
hilarious.
it, but you can just feel the vibe in the video.
What
But
the
yeah,
fuck, dude?
she is like, and she is just, she's always, whenever I
Do you know
hear her,
her name?
no, I don't. but she was always just screaming and like yanking her little like 10-pound Shih Tzu around. I feel so bad for that fucking dog. I don't even know why
That
she
dog's
has a
in
dog.
hell, dude. It's just it can't sleep because at fucking 3 in the morning there's dubstep just blaring. It's scared of her because she's violent with it. Like this dog's in hell.
And apparently, one of my other neighbors told me that she just got a bigger dog. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what she needs. Is like a 50-pound dog too now.
That's wild. So yeah, I guess it's good that you guys are getting away from that. I am amazed that y'all have lasted as long as you have with that situation. That's pretty
Yeah, yeah.
shitty.
It feels like it's been getting worse. The bass definitely didn't used to be that bad. It used to be like her just with the broom, and then the bass has kind of turned on in the last couple months. But yeah, it's kind of perfect timing because if we weren't leaving, like it's funny. I never thought of the place that we live now. This complex is like it's great. I mean, it's good. But it's funny, like, now that I know I'm leaving, I'm just like, "Ah, fuck this place. I can't wait to leave. Like, fuck all these neighbors, fuck all these people." And I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad, but I'm just so ready to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. I think apartment living does that to you. Like it doesn't matter where you are, you'll find something that you fucking hate by the end of your time there because we were the same way. We lived in a couple like complexes. Some were better than others. There was, one that was like really nice, but we had a tiny apartment because it was just us and it was like our first apartment and everything. And so we had like granite countertops and nice, cabinets and everything, but it was like a 500 square foot apartment with, us too. And so by the time we left there, we were like, "Hell yeah, let's get the fuck out of here." And then we went to a bigger apartment that was much bigger, but like not as good in terms of like the quality, I guess. And then by
Yeah,
the time we were done there, we were like, "Fuck this place too." And like, I don't know, you just what you think that you like about it by the end of the lease, you're over it. So,
yeah,
yeah, I get it, but yeah, and at least you won't have to fucking deal with that anymore. You'll be totally void of downstairs neighbors now.
yeah,
Do
exactly.
y'all have
I'm gonna be
do y'all have a basement?
We will, yeah, this new place. That's to me where
Nice.
the man cave is at.
Nice, dude. That's something about Colorado that I really like that I'm jealous about is that I feel like pretty much every house there has basements, and, that's just not a
Yeah,
thing in Texas.
I've never lived in a basement or lived in a place with a basement. I guess my first couple months out here, I was like renting a room and I guess it was a basement, but it was with like a bunch of random roommates and I don't
Yeah.
know. But I haven't lived in a house since I've lived out here. So like
Nice.
this is the first time that I'm gonna experience a basement. But yeah, I'm gonna be the crazy downstairs neighbor, I guess.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's about time. You're the one that's on drugs.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations. That is big news, and that is super exciting. So we'll be here to document the process and everything, and see how it's going.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there will be some growing pains in terms of the moving and that whole process because that kind of sucks. But once you get settled in, it'll be nice.
Yeah, and it's like the place we're moving into is like pretty big, and which is great, good problem to have. But
Yeah.
we
Now you got to
currently
fill it
just
up.
live. Yeah, exactly. Like we don't have much furniture and beds and shit like that. So we'll have to
Yeah.
build it piece by piece. But like I
I
said,
would
we've been.
uh I would recommend for, like, if y'all have guest rooms or anything, like a futon or, like, a pull-out couch, those are nice
Yeah,
for that sort of situation because it can be like a entertainment
both.
room as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, so, yeah. Other than that, I guess let's go ahead and just get into the meat and potatoes of it all and get into the, time machine roulette. We obviously debuted this version of this segment last week, when Sean was not on. Sean, did you have a chance to listen through to the entire episode? It's
I
okay if you
did.
didn't. Okay,
I
thank
did.
God. That was gonna suck, honestly. It was gonna hurt. I said it's okay, but it wasn't in my heart. So,
If I miss the end,
well, just the entirety. If you didn't finish the entire episode, I was gonna be a bit hurt because it's like
no, I
I was
wasn't.
gonna get into some stuff that we've done on the previous episode, like the time machine roulette. I wanted to make sure you were familiar and
I
had
am
kind of seen the.
familiar.
All right, good. So, yeah, obviously we've changed the structure of what was the artist formerly known as today, but yesterday. Uh, For the new listeners on YouTube, I'll just break it down one more time and give you guys a brief synopsis of everything. So the uh, Today But Yesterday used to be a segment where we would, depending on what day we thought we would release the episode or try to release the episode, we would pick some uh, historical events that had taken place on that day and just kind of discuss them. I say historical; it can be pop culture related, anything. So there was, we would get into that, but it just became a thing where it was hard to release on the day that we were intending to, um, for a myriad of reasons. But change the segment to Time Machine Roulette. So now we get a random date generator. We let it pick a day for us, and we just pick that day and figure out what has happened in history throughout that day. And we kind of just use it as a history segment where we just learn a little bit about not only American culture, but just everything that's happened in the world and all these things that have taken place. And it gets a lot of conversation sparked. So that's what it is now. I hope the listeners enjoy it. I really don't know, because we're in the beginning stages. We get very little feedback. So
I
someday
hope
we'll
they
know if
do
we like
too. I
it.
think I think this is probably my favorite segment. Like you said, it gets a
Me too.
a lot of conversation and just so many fucking obscure facts.
Yeah, it's
And
just
yeah,
shit that
I
we wouldn't
love
have talked about otherwise, because we couldn't have known that it was gonna be a thing. So it really
yeah.
sparks a lot of, like, conversation and topics in that way. So, yeah, I hope they like it, but let's go ahead and get our random date generator pulled up. I've got our random date generator pulled up here, and May 4th is the date, which actually kinda works out because that's not too far from right now. We may even release this on May 4th, who knows?
Would you even believe me if I said, I guess I was one day off. I thought it was gonna come up on May 3rd, the random J generator.
Damn, that's you know what I just realized too? May 4th is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be
May the
with
fourth
you.
be with you.
Damn. That's actually a great fucking day to pull up. I'm glad that we got that one. So,
Let's go.
um, yeah, we're gonna let Sean pull up the happenings of May 4th, because I'm sure there's got to be a lot. If it's Star Wars Day, there's got to be some exciting shit going down on this day. Um, Sean is kind of taken the reins of the uh Time Machine Roulette segment, if you will, in terms of piloting the segment itself. So, Sean, once you get it pulled up, let us know and we'll get into it.
All right, May 4th. We got two on the same day.
The
19
exact same day?
The exact same day, May 4th, 1904. First one we're gonna go with: the United States takes over construction on the Panama Canal and finishes.
Ah,
This was the
do
day they took
we
over and started it.
do we have ownership over the Panama Canal in that way then, or like how does that work? I honestly
Not
don't know much about the Panama Canal except for how the water levels work. So
I was gonna say that I think is one of the coolest things, how the water like lifts these big
yeah,
ass boats up and down.
it is. It's
Yep.
very cool, honestly. It's like, how did we like the engineering that had to go into that is
Is
incredible.
cool as fuck. So first, we let's see, I had it right here. It is we right now Panama controls it. They have since 1999. Before that it was joint us in Panama. And then before that it was just us. France actually started building the Panama Canal, but ran out of money and just
That's very
basically
France.
But it's fucking it's nuts. It's like how much difference that made. Like I remember hearing about it in school, but actually
Yeah,
like
it was a
seeing
big deal.
videos and shit about it is yeah, it is nuts. There's like 14,000 ships a year go through there, I think.
Did you, read up a few like, a year or 2 like, maybe it was more than that now, but that ship that got stuck in the Panama Canal and was keeping everything from passing? Did
Yeah.
you did you ever see pictures of it, dude? It was the most fucking Looney Tunes shit of all time. It was just perfectly wedged in the Panama Canal, and it was just wide enough to, like, not let anything pass. It was so
And
funny.
imagine being that captain, like driving it,
Yeah.
and literally the entire world is feeling your fucking mistake.
Yes, people were, like, quoting it with that video in Austin Powers where he's trying to, like, move his little, like, car, and he keeps, like, going, like, 1 inch back and forth at the time. That's literally what it looked like, dude. I don't understand how it happened so perfectly, but that shit was hilarious. That's actually what made me start, like, kind of reading up on the Panama Canal a little bit. I was like, "Well, so what is this Panama Canal?" Ugh,
That is an
it's so
all-time clip.
that is, that is. Well, that's,
Um,
yeah, that's an interesting start to that day. What else happened on that day?
well, wait, quick trivia. Name the 2 bodies of water that the Panama Canal connect.
Can I ask, are these both oceans, or are these, like, seas, or are they river is there a river and an ocean?
That's a
What are the bodies that we're looking at? Like, what
that's a
types of
good
bodies?
question. Look at you. You're all over this already. Well, yes,
Yeah,
one is a main ocean and one is a sea.
okay. The main ocean is gonna be, I'm guessing, the Pacific Ocean,
We go. That's one.
because it's gonna be on that western side, and then the sea, it's not the Gulf of Mexico, is it one that I would know, do you think? Like, is this, like,
Yeah,
gettable?
we were just talking about this area with Christopher Columbus.
Okay. The Caribbean Sea?
There we go.
Oh, fuck yeah, alright. Shit, alright, hell yeah. Well,
Right.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you, thank
So
you. You like
other
my reasoning there? I was
yeah,
really putting thought into that,
and if
so
you could use some context clues.
exactly, exactly.
Let's see. All
What else
right.
we
First legal Sunday baseball game played in New York. Uh,
shit
Why
was
the fuck are they
illegal?
illegal? Nah,
That's gotta be, like, a church-related thing.
of course. The fucking vice grip that religion has on this country makes me sick.
Fucking it's the Catholics and it's Netanyahu, and none of us are free otherwise.
And Pete Hegseth, of course.
And
Can't
Pete
forget him.
Hegseth, the three, the Holy Trinity, Pete Hegseth, the Pope, and Netanyahu.
All right, May 4th, 1924. We can just kind of skim over this one. May 4th, 1924, the German Republic election. Fascists and communists win. Dot dot dot.
And I do believe that would have been like Hitler being in the head of that party at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So that I guess that on this day that got the ball rolling for that
Yeah,
whole thing.
crazy, crazy how that crazy how that played out. For that whole thing, for that, did you see how I called it the, JFK incident? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this whole Holocaust deal.
Ooh, on this day, 1932, Al Capone goes to prison. Do you know why he went to prison?
Was it, like, money laundering or fucking RICO charges or some shit? Isn't that, like, how RICO charges began?
They got him on tax evasion.
Mm, damn.
That was how they
That's
nabbed him.
he wasn't money laundering good enough.
Yeah, I guess
He needed
not.
to step his
He
game up a little bit.
he was sloppy.
He was. You can't just be bringing in that cash with no pay to the tax man.
Yeah, you got to pay the cheese tax.
Yeah, exactly. God damn, I can't believe you just referenced the cheese tax. That's a tism of mine, a vocal stem, if you will.
Oh, well, speaking of Al Capone, on this day, 1946, I don't know if he was still there, but 5 inmates die at a 2-day riot at Alcatraz prison.
Wow. Have you been to, San Francisco and seen Alcatraz?
I have, and I went out to Alcatraz and did, like, a tour with the headphones and shit.
Nice.
That
Like,
is
on a boat?
yeah, well, we took the boat out to the
So
island,
you
and
were
then we
on the island?
yeah, we were, like, walking
Oh,
inside the prison. It was really cool, like, so you wore headphones and, like, you'd start walking, and it would be, like, on your right up here was Al Capone's cell. On your left was the cell that they broke out of, like the only people to ever
Damn.
escape. Yeah, that was honestly like one of my favorite places I've like ever been was to
Yeah.
Alcatraz specifically. San Francisco too, but Alcatraz I thought was cool as fuck. Especially, but San
Yeah.
Francisco, like, I love it. I want to get back. I've only been twice. Yeah, twice.
Yeah. It's a
It's been
great city. I've been a couple times as well. The most recent time was actually just a couple years ago for a, Cowboys and 49ers game.
oh
And we actually fished off I've been a couple times, but I've never been on the island of Alcatraz, but I've obviously seen it, and then this last time we were fishing, like, right off of the island. We got, like, a fishing excursion, and we were catching, like, striped bass, like, literally right next to the island.
damn.
It's funny because you see the island and you hear all these stories about it and you think like, "Oh, man, like, if you were to, like, try to swim from there, it's gonna be, like, 200 feet deep or, it's gonna" it's like, for a good ways, because I was looking at the fish finder, the depth finder this entire
Yeah,
time, and for a good ways off the island, it's, like, 10 feet deep at most. Like, it's pretty nuts how shallow it is for,
that's
like,
crazy.
a good distance, and it never really in that whole bay area right there, it doesn't really get that deep. Like, it might get to, like, 20 or 30 feet every once in a while, but it doesn't really get beyond that, and I don't think that the shark issue is as much of a thing as, like, people will think it is too. So it
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's, like, more for show than anything else. Like, I do think I'm not saying it would be easy to escape and swim that distance. It's probably
Do you
still
think
really
those
fucking
2 guys
hard, but
did escape?
I
Are
think
you
it's
familiar?
possible. Yeah,
Are
those
you
guys, the ones that,
eh
like, swam and they, like didn't they, like, create, like, a raft or some shit or, like, try
Yeah,
to or something like that?
yeah, they got out to the water on a raft, and then I guess no one confirmed no one has seen them, but, like,
Right. I mean,
there's
their
been
remains could have been eaten by sharks and sea life too,
yeah,
so,
but
if they did
I
that.
think they made it. I've seen, like, Reddit posts and shit about one of the guys, um, I don't remember their names or, like, really many of the details, but they're, like, one of the guys has made it and that there's, like, mail or some shit, that looked
Yeah.
pretty convincing, but, I think they coulda made it. It like you said, it doesn't look like it's that far. Obviously, a
Yeah.
lot of it depends on the current out there
The
because that
current, the
can get
water temperature, because it
insane.
is
Yeah.
cold as fuck out there in the Pacific Ocean, so that is part of it too, and yeah, the current would make a big difference,
But,
but
like,
I don't think it's impossible.
they've shown people swim it before,
Yeah. Yeah.
but, like, I guess it would just be like, like,
You gotta be a
if
really good swimmer, obviously, so
yeah, if you're escaping from prison, I'm sure your adrenaline is through the fucking
yeah.
roof.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, like, "I'm gonna go until I die." It's either I die or I just am free, so I don't know, that's, like, the
Yeah,
2 options, like, so it's
yeah,
just I don't know. I think a lot of people think that, like, a shark will just immediately attack you in that water, and I just again, I don't think that the shark issue is as big of a thing out there. We did catch a,
yeah.
leopard shark, but that's kind
Ooh,
of, that's actually, like, a totally harmless shark to people, so
yeah. Have you ever eaten shark?
I have, it's really good,
It
honestly, in
is
my
good.
opinion.
I was
Yeah.
shocked that I liked it, but it was good.
Yeah. It kinda depends on, like, the type of shark and, like, the freshness of it because it can definitely get a little, like, potent in terms of its flavor and everything, but, yeah,
Yeah,
the shark that I've had has been really good, so, it's like a meaty fish, I don't know.
yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Alright, well, what's next? What do we got?
Up next, I am trying to see where Bikini Island is because in 1954, on May 4th, the United States performed atmospheric nuclear tests there. Um,
Okay.
those nuclear tests just have always intrigued me watching the pictures or watching the videos and seeing the
Yeah.
pictures of like those huge mushroom clouds. Let's
Isn't
see.
it crazy that they'll just drop a nuke, like, in a secluded area? Like
Yeah, or like an undeveloped country and just be like, sorry, like you guys are gonna have to deal with this now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
just
we
need to
tested
test our
it. This actually
nukes.
is really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out this is gonna be really bad for you guys, so
It's an archipelagic, Jesus, did I say that right? An
I think that's right.
archipelagic country in Oceania, west of the international date line and north of the equator in the Micronesia region of the Northwest Pacific Ocean.
So it's exactly what we're talking about. It's an isolated area that they were like, "Yeah, this will work. We'll just drop a nuke right here and test it out." They do that shit into the ocean too. Like they just drop nukes into the ocean sometimes, and it's like,
Yeah.
that seems maybe not good.
Yeah, it probably created a tsunami like 600
Yeah.
miles
Also
away.
just releasing who knows how fucking much radiation into the ocean, but whatever, I guess. It's not the worst thing we've done.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is.
God. Yeah, God. Just some of these words utilizing a dry fuel thermonuclear bomb. It was detonated at dawn. Cool. Good fucking morning.
Yeah.
These were 1,000 more 1,000 times more powerful than each of the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Wait, 1,000 times? Is that what it said?
That's what it says. Yeah.
What? Oh my god.
How is that even like quantifiable?
And how
1,000 times more than a literal
nuclear bomb.
civilization wiping nuclear bomb.
Yeah. How did that not cause, like, massive fucking ripple effects, no pun intended? Like, what?
Um, it says the device was the most powerful weapon ever detonated by the United States. It had under one third of the energy of one of the Soviet nuclear bombs, the largest ever tested. Um,
What
the
the
yield, I
fuck?
guess, was much higher than anticipated. It says the scientists and military authorities were shocked by the size of the explosion,
They
and it
dropped it and they were like, "Fuck."
and it destroyed many of the instruments put in place to evaluate the effectiveness of tests. It just destroyed everything.
So they didn't even get any information out of it. They were just like, "Yeah, that's a big ass bomb."
Yeah, it says here the test, codename Shrimp, was considered the worst nuclear test
Why do we do shit like this where
with
we,
one
like
designer saying we had no idea what we were doing.
oh my fucking god. This
They're
is
just out
literally
there
just this is just
nuke maxing, nuke gooning.
they're nuke-gooning out there. Nuke-mogging the world.
They just almost blew up half the world. They're like, "Shit, our bad. Like, we didn't know
Yeah.
what we were doing." Local populations affected. The
Had to be every animal in that
the
vicinity.
island, let's see, I guess the coral of 61 islands around there was coated, in
With
2
fallout.
centimeters of snow-like irradiated calcium debris and ash. Of the entire island, actually. All the inhabitants experienced severe radiation sickness, burning eyes. They're forced to abandon the island 3 days after the tests. Jesus.
My god. I
The
mean,
U.S.
everyone that was
government
around that
relocated. What?
oh my everyone that was around that has cancer for sure or died already of
Yeah.
whatever effects.
6 days after the test, the US government set up a secret project to study the medical effects of the weapon on the residents.
There was I can't believe there's fucking people living here, and we just dropped a mega nuke on them just to test it. That's
It
so
was
fucking
It says the
crazy.
United States was subsequently accused of using the inhabitants as medical research subjects without obtaining their consent. You think?
They didn't even tell these people, they just dropped a fucking mega nuke one day.
They're like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
we're just gonna
god.
test a nuke," and then it ends up destroying a civilization, and we're like, "Actually, we did this because we wanna see what this nuke does to these
Yeah,
fucking people."
we wanted to see if it would do exactly what it did, and it did. Oh
That
my
is
god.
evil. Oh my god.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I mean,
Japanese
ho
fishermen also.
who what? This was near Japan? What
90
what the
minutes after. Yeah, I guess 90 minutes after the detonation, 23 crew members of a Japanese fishing boat were contaminated by the snow-like debris. They had no idea what the explosion was and no understanding of the debris. It rained down like snow, but they all became ill. One fisherman died after about 6 months with cirrhosis, hepatitis C, radiation syndrome. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And there were one, two, three, four, like 8 shipwrecks.
Oh my
God,
god.
dude. Relocation issues and God. No wonder everyone fucking hates us.
I know the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, I get it. Sorry about all that.
Compensation and reparations. Let's see what kind of
What the
insulting
fuck are we
reparation.
gonna do? Yeah, what the fuck are we gonna do for this ocean island civilization?
So in 1975, the United States set up the Hawaiian Trust Fund for the people of Bikini Island and gave them $3 million.
Total?
Uh, but I guess in 1982 they added 20 million, and then added up to 90 million more.
I mean, it should be clearing the billions. Like, this is
Yeah.
such a
Um.
fucked up thing to do
Okay.
to a whole group of people.
1987. Okay. No. Yeah.
So are they
That's
back
fucked.
on that island? Because that doesn't seem safe either. It seems like they should
By
never.
2001, 70 of the 167 relocated residents were still alive. Okay, so it's a different. And the entire population had grown to 2,800. Most of the islanders and their descendants live on a neighboring island. Um, so it looks like it's pretty uninhabited now.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. A fucking atomic bomb was dropped, so
Yeah, and like all the marine and
yeah,
wildlife and
everything, all
everything's
their
oh,
food sources are all gone, and even the
jeez,
corals cooked. That's crazy.
for for what?
So we could just see it. So we could just be like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Anne Frank, 1957. The Anne Frank Foundation formed May 4th.
Really good diary. Well, I guess not really, but kind of fucked up diary, but
You just couldn't get enough, huh?
yeah.
Um, Geez. Also on May 4th, 1962, the United States performed more atmospheric nuclear tests at Christmas Island. It
That's our
doesn't seem
day,
like
dude.
yeah, they just
May 4th.
fucking love
Keep an eye out.
fucking
Hey, if
okay. Ooh. 1973, May 4th. PBS is the first TV network to show female nudity. You
wow,
could show
PBS
nudity on TV back in the day?
and PBS of all stations. That's not what I think of when I think of PBS.
The show was called Steam Bath, and the actress was Valerie Perrine. Let's see how she was looking.
Let's see if this was okay or not. Should they be ashamed? What if she just had fat knockers?
Looks like, yeah, she did have some decent knockers. I want to see her naked, but should I just Google her naked?
Yeah, yeah, maybe PBS
Oh,
scene.
yeah, dude, solid.
Good choice, PBS.
Very good. Shout out Valerie Perrine. Damn, a true pioneer.
How do you spell that?
Perr. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Perrine.
All right. Okay. All right. Moving on. I'm gonna check that
Do
one
you
out with the
concur?
edits. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. I'm gonna look later. This is a treat for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, very solid.
Right?
Um,
Shout out PBS. I didn't know PBS got down like that.
Me neither.
Do
That's
you, what's your, memory of PBS growing up? Did you watch it at all? Because for me, we didn't have cable a lot of times, so PBS was, one of the, options that would have kids shows every once in a while, so I would watch, we would have, I think Zaboomafoo was on there,
uh,
uh, Cyber
Clifford
Chase,
and Arthur.
Clifford, Arthur, yeah. Did you watch, fuck, what was the show? There was, a show that was it wasn't sketch comedy, but it was sketches in a way, and they would do some science and shit. Oh god, I can't remember what it was, but
I feel
they
like I
would
vaguely remember, but
yeah, they would do shit like that. Dragon Tales, was that something you watched?
yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was PBS too. Yeah, no,
PBS had some
PBS is
bangers.
great. It did.
Yeah. I didn't like Between the Lions. That was one that was I was not a
Oh, I
fan.
remember that one too.
Yeah, that one was
I
boring to me. Reading Rainbow, I like the idea of it, like the
Yeah,
song, didn't like the execution
I
necessarily.
liked there were, like, I don't know, certain times where I would watch all those, and then certain times where I would think that I was, like, too old and too mature.
Yes,
Like,
for
most
sure.
of the time, it would be, like, my little brother watching, and I'd kinda, like if he was
Yeah,
watching a
you
good episode, then I was like, "Oh, this is cool," and I
yeah,
watched it, but
yeah, it depended for sure. Yeah, it really depended on the show too, because some of them were better than others, but no, it's a good network for what it is. I didn't know they were showing tits though.
yeah, good juicy tits.
And what's next for us on the agenda for May
Let's
4th?
Oh, wow, same 2 on the same day again, technically.
Alright.
Alright, May
We're
4th,
active on
nine
May 4th.
yeah, May 4th, 1990, Jesse Tafaro was executed in Florida after his electric chair malfunctioned 3 times, causing his head and hair to catch on fire during his execution.
Can you fucking imagine?
He's just sitting there like, "Fuck my life," right?
Yeah, dude, what a fucking way to go out. You're just sitting there in an electric chair while everyone watches your fucking head catch on fire. Was it just the 3rd time that it happened, or, what was going on for these other 2 times? I just
Let's see, that is gnarly.
oh my god. I mean, I wanna say
Um,
poor guy, but at the same time, it's I don't know what he did, so if he did some really fucked up shit, he might've deserved that, but
God, let's see.
Ugh.
Called it a barbaric spectacle. Ugh. Let's see. Trouble began when a sponge used in the chair's headpiece wore out and had to be replaced. Mm, Jesus. All
I
right.
forgot, yeah, they
God,
do, a
imagine.
wet sponge that, electrocutes the
Yeah.
fuck out of your brains.
Imagine you're just waiting to die for years, and then, like, you're finally there, and then they turn it on, and they're like, "Shit, we need a new sponge," and then they didn't have one, so they sent a prison guard to go to the store and get a new sponge.
Oh
And the
my
dude's just sitting
god.
there in the chair waiting,
And the prison
and
guard is going to, a Walgreens or some shit, he's just buying a
and
sponge.
oh, shit, and they said the problem was he bought a synthetic sponge instead of a genuine sea sponge,
Oh, so it
which is
didn't conduct it the
required.
same way?
Yeah, and that's why it caught fire. Nearly a foot tall flames, but failed to kill him. And they said the current was reapplied 3 times since he was still breathing. So, like, they turned it off,
Oh
and they're like, "He's
my
still breathing." They didn't know
god.
what to do, and they turned it back
They were
on.
just going like
They were
that.
just
My fucking god. That's
they s
crazy,
they
dude.
said it took 7 minutes before the prison doctor could, pronounce him dead.
Holy fuck,
Jesus.
dude. So his just so I get this right, his head combusted, and then they panicked and kept fucking flipping it on and off, and he was just frying head on fire, a foot tall. Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh, that is terrible. That's fucking crazy.
That is crazy, dude.
I
Oh my
took I
fucking
took a
god.
class in college about the death penalty and how like so many of these get fucked up like this.
Yeah. Did you see they just brought back the firing squad?
Yeah, that's wild.
That is wild. That's just
I
one of
mean,
those
it's
things where I'm
actually very fitting for this timeline that we're in right now.
that incident though with the fucking on and off and hair and head on fire
Yeah.
is absolutely insane, dude. Like
Just
you're saying, you wait years for this moment and then it goes awry in quite literally the worst fucking way possible. And then that's how he left Earth. It was like years of leading up and head on fire while he gets electrocuted. Did he just eventually die? It sounds like he just
yeah,
eventually get worse.
eventually
Like,
after like 7 minutes of his head on fire and it's I think and they're supposed to shock you. I don't know if the shock was going through at all either,
oh,
but god,
that's so
brutal.
crazy, dude.
They're just like, "Turn it up, turn it up."
Yeah, they were just panicking, fucking trying to electrocute this guy to death. That's crazy, dude. Oh, I don't even know what you do in that situation if you're like watching in the audience, like, because they have people that just watch that shit. Like, I think the victim's
Yeah,
family gets to watch, and
that
oh,
would be horrifying.
yeah, it really, I would see that shit in my nightmares, dude. That's crazy. Oh my god.
So on that same day, while Homeboy's head was bursting on fire, I didn't know this. I didn't know if this was a commonly known thing. This is the first I've seen of it. But Angela Bowie, wife of or ex-wife
David?
of David, reveals
Mhm.
that David Bowie and Mick Jagger used to have sex.
I have heard that. I didn't know if it was confirmed. I have heard that, and, that doesn't shock me, necessarily. That's
It doesn't shock me, especially not in the fucking 80s, 90s rock and roll scene.
yeah.
It's just funny that that is just up here on this today's
Yeah,
list.
it's like, "Hey, by the way, in all this historical
Yeah.
nonsense, David Bowie and Mick Jagger also fuck."
Sweet.
Who's the, like, the top in that scenario?
That's a good question. My guess would be Mick
I think they just take
Jagger.
take turns maybe?
We can do a deep dive.
Let's get Jack on for that actually. Jack will be the all encompassing opinion on this matter. Oh, fuck. Moving on.
Let's see. Picture of Ted Kaczynski on this
The
day in
Unabomber?
1998. He got
Wow.
4 life sentences plus 30 years,
Is he still
sparing him.
alive?
He is, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's out here in Colorado
I think you're
at
right. I
these
think he's
the
in, like,
super max
yeah, I think he's in, like, Colorado Springs or some shit like that, like,
ADX Florence, I believe. Let's see. That's where like El Chapo is too.
yeah.
He was there. Is he dead? Yeah, he actually is dead, but he
Oh,
was
okay.
out here.
When did he
He
die?
died 3 years ago.
Okay, it was recent then, okay. Well, Ted Kaczynski and the Unabomber stuff is actually a very interesting topic that I have done many Wikipedia deep dives on. Um, we had our own Unabomber of sorts here in Austin a few years back, and it was like the
Oh,
craziest thing. Does this ring a bell at all, like an Austin bomber?
no, to me, no.
So this would have been probably 2018 or 2019 if I had to guess. There was a dude, funny enough, he lived in Pflugerville, where I'm from, and,
Yeah.
he was like this he was literally like my age, but he was, like, homeschooled and shit, so he would've gone to the schools that I went to and shit, but
Huh.
he somehow I don't even know, like, really what his deal was. It wasn't, like, politically motivated. He wasn't trying to, like, send a message or anything. I think he was just a really smart dude that was just really fucked up and just wanted to, like, test his limits almost in terms of, like, what he was capable of, and he started making bombs that he was putting in packages and leaving on people's doors, and when they would pick them up, they would explode. So there was, like, a concoction in these bombs or in these boxes that if it got turned and everything, it would mix together and then explode. And so
Holy.
he was literally at the time, so if it was 2018 or 2019 and he was my age, then he would have been like 23 or 22. And
Jeez.
yeah, and you should look into this. There's a very good YouTube documentary on it. I think it's by like CBS or like Dateline or some shit, but it's on YouTube. And it was the craziest shit because he made these concoctions, these bombs, where he had to set them on people's porches and not move them because if he did, they would explode. And so they would go to pick them up and they would explode. He killed like 3 people, I wanna say, with it, 2 or 3.
Wow.
And it was
Yeah.
over the course of like a month, this dude was like terrorizing the city of Austin because he was just leaving packages all throughout the city. And it was this thing where, like, we were legitimately scared to pick up, like, Amazon packages and shit at the time because
Damn.
it was, like, like, all parts of Austin. It was, like, North Austin, South Austin, East Austin, up in the Westlake Hills where people are rich as fuck, like, he was doing it everywhere, and then the only reason he got caught is because he kind of, like, got full of himself, and he went to, like, an actual, post office to, like, ship something out because he, like, had, I guess, in his mind, figured out a way to allow them to be shipped and then, like, blow up later on. So he went to this USPS and gave them a package, and it exploded in the post office, like, while they were sorting it and shit, and so they went and, like, reviewed the footage, and this dude was wearing, like, a pink wig or he was wearing, like, a wig with, like, pink gloves and a fake mustache and shit as he dropped it off, and it's like, there was these bombings going on with this person with involving packages, and whatever post office employee saw this dropping off a post or a package at the post office and didn't say anything is like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But anyways, it was the craziest shit and it lasted like a month and we literally didn't want to pick up packages and shit. He killed 2 or 3 people and injured like, I don't know, 8 more or something like that. And he was even
Yeah.
setting up bombs where he created like trip wires. So people this guy and I think his wife or something were biking one night and they just ran across this tripwire that exploded and like mangled them and shit. It was the craziest shit ever. But as that
Holy
was all going
shit.
on, yeah, as that was all going on, it was like national news and shit. And they were talking about the Unabomber in relation to it because I guess it was like the closest thing to that since the Unabomber had happened.
Yeah.
And it was nuts. And the dude ended up they they got a, profile on him, figured out who it was. They tracked him down to a hotel in North Austin, like near Round Rock where I live now, and followed him out with like a he left because I think he was kind of onto them, like following him. And as he left, he got onto like the major highway near us. And then like a ton of undercover cars started surrounding him and they eventually boxed him in and trapped him. And then he fucking exploded himself as they walked up to the car and blew
Whoa.
himself to smithereens and like fucked up a couple cops and everything too. It was the craziest shit ever. And then to find out the dude lived in Pflugerville. He lived his house where he was making all these bombs was literally like less than a mile from my mom's house where I grew up. So that shit was
Holy
nuts.
shit. That
Yeah. So
is
it was a
crazy.
fucking crazy story. But the Unabomber always reminds me of that because that was like what they kept talking about while that was all going on. So
That's crazy. I remember first learning about the Unabomber after watching Knocked Up for the first time and them calling, do you remember in Knocked Up they bet that guy that he can't cut his hair or shave for like just like indefinitely and then they will pay his rent and if he does then he has to pay everyone else's rent.
yes, that does ring a bell. It's been a long time since I've watched Knocked Up, but I do vaguely recall
I
that.
just started watching that and them telling him he looked like the Unabomber. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, who is that?" And then just being
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Ted Kaczynski was like a genius in his own right. I mean, it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
how that's what they kept comparing him to, because it's like these two guys that like have capabilities that you would think they could use for good and like kind of make an impact on the world, and they instead built bombs and like fucking tried to
Yeah.
kill people with it. So but yeah, he was like, I think he went to did he go to Michigan or something, or Ohio State, or I don't know. I think
Kaczynski, I think he went to
yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah, I think he did. And yeah, he was a really smart guy. I think he was a professor at one point as well. And
That's crazy.
yeah, he was just a dude that his whole issue with the world was like technology, basically. Like he just didn't like the progression of modern society and felt like we were like doomed and kind of dooming
Hey,
ourselves. I mean,
hey.
hey,
I've
not
heard
condoning
crazier
it.
takes.
Yeah, not condoning it, but I mean, where are we? I don't know. It's just I don't know. So yeah, that shit's crazy. The Unabomber is a crazy ass topic, and the related stories as well. So that's an interesting one for sure. And that was the day he was
Oh,
arrested.
that was the day he was sentenced.
Gotcha. Okay.
Damn, this next one, fuck. Wish Jack was here. Uh, 1999, May 4th. The Mummy premieres.
Oh god. And they're making a new
Starring
Mummy too. Yeah, starring our favorite guy, Matthew Broderick. No, I'm just kidding. Brendan Fraser. Oh man. That is a bummer that Jack's not here for that. That's literally his calling card on this show. It's
Yeah.
his biggest thing.
Shout out Jack.
Shout out Jack. Are you a Brendan Fraser fan? I won't lie, his face kind of pisses me off.
Same. I guess I would say I guess I actively dislike him,
I think
uh,
I do too.
but I don't have a reason. Yeah, pretty much like his face. I remember when The Mummy first came out, I just didn't,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't
He
like it
turned me
because
off.
of him. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. He was the reason I didn't get into that, so and it wasn't
So
anything that he did wrong, it was just him.
sorry, dude.
Yeah.
All right, next up. But sick roller coaster. Have you been on it at Universal? You
I
ever been to
haven't been
Universal?
No, I haven't been to Universal or Disney, so when I do go, I will have to check that one out.
Yeah, no, that roller coaster's badass. Uh, this one's kind of funny. May 4th, 2010, Julia Louise Dreyfus receives the 2,407th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but they spelled her name wrong.
Oh, man, which name? Because it could have been any of her 3 names.
That is a good question. They
It
didn't.
has to be the Dreyfus, I'd imagine.
That's what I would think too. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
tough one.
So, did you just pronounce it Julia Louise Dreyfus or Louis Dreyfus?
I said Luis. Are you
I
about to
say
be the
Louise. I
woke
say
mob?
no, I say Louise, and I always hear people say Louis, and it kind of pisses me off because I'm like, it's a woman. Louis to me
I've
is
never
like
I've never heard anyone say that for her, at least.
everyone. I guess maybe I'm just thinking of the Yak because they'll talk about her on the Yak, and actually part of my take too. It's Big Cat. It's kind of the biggest one, I guess, that does it. But he calls her Julia Louis Dreyfus, and I'm like, I don't.
Maybe he's just trolling.
Maybe. I mean, that's always possible, and it always pisses me off when I get got without being privy to it because I just feel like an idiot, but
That's like my girlfriend doesn't really listen, but she's heard definitely a fair share of pardon my take.
yeah,
But
same with my wife.
on a Friday episode, and he's like, "Hey, what up? It's Friday," and she's like, "Did he really just say Friday?" I'm like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah." And he's been doing that so long, like I don't even catch him saying that
yeah,
anymore.
exactly. It's just like what they say. It's not a cringe thing. It's just what they
Yeah,
do. That's funny. No, well, shout out Julia Louise Dreyfus. Elaine is my favorite version of her, but
yeah, she's hot. I just gotta say it. I've always had a
she
thing for her.
there was a time in my life where I did not think she was at all, and then in my
And
adulthood, I,
when I
like,
was
went
the
back and
same,
watched when I watched Seinfeld, I was like, "Damn, I get it." Like, it hits different when
it
you're an
does,
adult.
yeah. When I was younger, like, I don't know, I was like, "Why is she even on the show?"
Yeah, and my
And
dad
yeah,
and
I don't
uncles
know.
would, like, talk about her being hot, and I'd be like, "No, dude, you're fucking no, she's
She's
not."
she's like a fine wine, you just don't appreciate it.
Exactly. Exactly, and sometimes it's just dependent on, like, her outfits and her hair too, honestly, is the
Yeah.
shout out Elaine. Any particular birthdays from May 4th? Obviously, also, just to reiterate, May 4th, May the 4th be with you, it's Star Wars Day. Are you a Star Wars fan? Do you have any opinion on Star Wars?
I'm not really I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I'm not a hater by any means. Like I've seen most of the old ones. I think probably I don't know. Like I remember like up to what is it with Revenge of the Sith,
That's the
Darth
best
Maul.
one, dude.
Yeah,
Wait,
like I
that's
remember
Darth Maul's the one before that.
okay, that's what Emperor Strikes Back,
Or it's actually 2 before that. It's maybe it's
Revenge
Emperor
of
Strikes yeah, it's Emperor
if not
Strikes
Darth
Back.
Maul okay.
Yeah, it's
Anyways, yeah,
episode
I wa
1, yeah.
I watched those when I was younger and I liked them, but I never got like super, super into it. But yeah, I liked them. What
Yeah.
about you?
I was not, like, a huge fan growing up. I did see Revenge of the Sith in theaters without, like, really knowing much about Star Wars, period, and then, like, really loved that movie, but it didn't make me go back and, like, want to watch all the others. I had also seen, I think, episode 1 at that point,
Yeah,
Empire Strikes I think that's now that I'm saying that, I don't know.
I
I
know
don't
they
I
all.
yeah, it's the one with fucking Darth Maul, but I like Star Wars. It's a, cool franchise. I'm definitely not I probably would get attacked by the Star Wars nerds for not knowing off the top of my head the names of
Exactly.
each movie, but, I know which ones I like, and I don't know, that's what matters to me, so and it's I don't know, it doesn't have to be so serious. I don't know why they take that shit so serious, but yeah.
Um, so birthdays. We're gonna start off 1989. We got Rory McIlroy,
Wow.
two-time defending Masters champion.
Wow, shout out Rory, I guess.
I'm not a
It
Rory
is
fan,
I'm
but
I'm not either. I'm not a hater either, though. I don't
I'm a
hate
hater.
Rory. Yeah, I know you are. I could tell. I don't hate Rory, but I'm definitely not a fan. And it was fun to kind of like watch him collapse. There was like an
Yeah.
entertainment value in that as a hater, you know. But I don't know. I guess it's cool that he got his back to back and everything, and now I'm totally cool if he never wins another major again, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. We got the good, we got the bad.
Yeah.
He's yeah,
He's
he's
had his
man.
moments now. He'll probably get another one or two. It's hard to win in golf, so you can never chalk up anything, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's one of the greatest of his era for sure, if not the greatest of his era in terms of
Ooh,
achievements.
I I got a good birthday.
All right.
Could kind of tie into our pop culture coming up later. But
All right.
are are you familiar? I'm sure you're familiar now, but are you familiar with Noah Beck?
I know the name Noah Beck, and I've seen shit about Noah Beck in the past.
You seen
I I don't really
about
know what the fuck he does, to be honest with you.
so I just found out who he was like a couple weeks ago because of his sister. Have you been following that at all? Haley Beck?
I
Are you
saw
sure you're not
something
related to all these people?
no, I mean, it's possible for sure. It's possible, but where do they live? Where are they from?
Um, I don't know where they're from. I know his sister Haley Beck lives in Arizona. I'm assuming
Oh,
that's where
fuck,
they're all from. He's like
it's
a
only one state
TikTok.
away.
He's like super famous on TikTok. I don't recognize him. I don't know if I've ever seen him,
Yeah,
but
I
he's
know I've heard his name, like, in the past, and it's one of those things where I just don't care to look into it, to be honest.
yeah. But his sister is a teacher at a high school,
Yes,
who
okay. She
who
was
was
fucking sending
fucking the quarterback
thirsty
and
ass texts and stuff.
yeah. God, and that is just like every day more and more shit keeps coming out about her and all of her texts, dude. And the high school kid is like roasting her
Yeah,
in
he's,
these
like, literally
texts,
telling her to, like, fuck off, basically, and he's
and
like,
she's like,
if you weren't,
paying
like,
him,
actively putting out, I wouldn't care about you," like, type
yeah.
shit.
And he's like, let me get some money, and she's like, you gotta compliment me first. Like she's literally paying him per compliment, and like, dude, it's
That is
I get like
so
secondhand embarrassment reading these, and like I just have to keep reminding myself to like she is a piece of shit, I guess. But
yeah, that she's not the victim in this.
yeah, but like I end up feeling bad for her every time I read more and more of these texts.
It is crazy, dude. And I think it was multiple students, and I think they were all kind of
Multiple
talking to her
teachers
like this
and
way.
multiple students. They like it was just a big ass fuck fest at that high school.
That's crazy, bro. And
And
this is in
apparently she was like,
Arizona?
yeah. And she was like letting this kid like take her car and go pick up food while at
What the
school
fuck
and
did her
rush.
husband like, how did he not know any of this shit was going on?
I don't think she had a husband.
I thought she did. I thought she was, like, with a dude or something, maybe not.
No, I think that's a different one. There's
Mm,
so many of these
yeah,
women teachers that have been
I
popping up
know.
for fucking their students lately. It's hard to keep track of.
It's crazy, dude. I don't know what a grown ass woman would see in a 16-year-old dude, honestly.
Yeah, and it's so like sad. It's like these grown ups want to be like validated by these fucking teenagers and
Yeah,
like
like what the fuck is this 16, 17-year-old kid gonna tell you about yourself that you fucking need to hear, dude? Like, I just that's crazy. Obviously, this shit's disgusting in any direction, whether it's a male teacher or female teacher, but the female teacher ones are just interesting to me in terms of the psychology behind it because I think
uh-huh.
it's a little different than the other
It
way around.
is. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is fucking nuts, dude. That is
Yeah,
so
well,
funny though. I have seen those texts and it's
yeah.
embarrassing. That's gotta be you're not only a sex offender, but you're just a fucking pathetic sex offender,
You're a
dude.
fucking
Like,
loser.
yeah. That's fucking nuts, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, happy birthday, Noah Beck. Um,
Your sister's a fucking pathetic pervert. Congrats. I hope
oh,
I'm
let's
not
see.
related to them.
Right. Who else we got? Let's see. We have Will Arnett.
Love Will Arnett.
Love Will Arnett too.
What
Born
year was he
19
born?
1970.
Wow, he's getting up there.
Damn, I didn't even realize, like, of course he is, but I didn't even put it together that he is fucking BoJack Horseman.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you did say you were watching that
I
recently.
haven't started it. I was thinking about watching it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
that's
gotten
one I've
to it. I
never
got
gotten into, but I've heard good things.
yeah, we got sucked into the pit. So my time has been occupied. Will Arnett, though. I fucking love Will Arnett.
Will Arnett, I think of, obviously, God, why can't I fucking think of the name? The main sitcom that
Arrested
he's in.
Development.
Yes, Arrested Development, so fucking good, and he's one of the best characters in that show for sure, and then
Yeah.
also I think of Lego Batman. He's so funny in Lego
Oh,
Batman if you haven't
yeah.
seen
I
it.
forgot he did that. I think
Yeah.
of, Blades of Glory for
Oh,
him.
yeah, that's another good one. He's got a very similar character in a lot of his stuff, and it's
Yeah.
perfect every time.
I love his sense of humor, though.
So, May 4th, 2007, what do you think was the number 1 hit on the Billboard 100, Hot 100?
I'm gonna
You can go
guess
artist first, and we can go from there if you want.
okay, hold on a second. So this would be, like, the end of my
Ooh.
freshman
You
year
know
of
what?
high school.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna pivot to 2008, and
Okay.
it's just because this is a better
So
song.
the end of my sophomore year of high school, 2008. Was
I
it
think I
like
was in
fucking
8th grade.
Kesha?
No, but you're in the right era for sure.
Okay. 2008. Is it a woman?
It is not. This is a male artist that was massive at the time.
2008. Mm. Kanye.
You're closer, but not.
Mm.
It is not Kanye, but you are in the right ballpark.
Jay-Z.
Nope, you're still in the right ballpark. You're about the same in terms of hot and cold.
2008. Fucking like it was T-Pain on the song.
He was not, but I think you're closer with T-Pain. You definitely are closer with T-Pain. Or sorry, not you're closer, but like I don't know. It's about the same still.
Damn. Give me some sort of hint.
I mean, you're in the right genre. It's hip hop. Depending on if you ask Jack, this could be rap even. Um, it's an artist that was just big, dude, during this era, and he was putting out bangers constantly. He's from the South.
Luda.
No, but we're close. We're getting there. You got to move a little bit further west. Luda's from Atlanta, right? Am I
Yeah.
mistaken on that? Yeah.
A little further west, we talking about Boosie?
We are damn near exactly where Boosie is, but not Boosie. We're in the state.
I know. Who the fuck else is from Louisiana?
God,
Hip
from
hop.
New Orleans specifically.
Oh god, yeah. Duh. Okay. Jesus, I was overthinking that a little bit.
You were
Wheezy
overthinking it.
fucking
It's Wheezy.
baby.
It's
What,
Wheezy F baby, and the F is
2008?
for what the fuck.
F is for fuck yourself. Uh the song, it's gonna be off the Carter 3. Is it gonna be Lollipop?
You got it. It's
You
Lollipop. Yeah. Hell
God,
yeah.
of
Fucking banger.
course. I
Yeah.
knew it. God, of course.
No, you
Hell
overthought
yeah.
it a little, but you got
It's
there.
okay.
You got
Of
there.
course it wasn't fucking Boosie.
I know. I was like, damn, like he got Boosie before he got Lil Wayne. That's kind of crazy.
As soon as you said West, I'm just like, oh, Louisiana, Boosie.
Yeah. It was either
Cause
going to
like,
be Louisiana or Texas, but
yeah, I was thinking Texas and I'm like, no. Cause I
yeah.
don't think Lil Wayne, Louisiana, but as soon as you said New
I
Orleans,
know. It's New
I'm like,
Orleans is
of
what you think
fucking
of. Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's the end of Time Machine Roulette. Okay, let's go ahead and get into buy low, sell high. Would you like to kick us off, or do you want me to get us kicked off with buy low, sell high?
Go ahead. You got it.
All right. I am going to start with my sell high. I'm going to flip it on us, change it up a little bit. This is one that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I'm going to sell high on smash burgers. Um, I They're not it's not that they're bad. They're good. They're fine. I just think that we're at a time now where every burger place, at least in Austin or the surrounding areas that opens up, feels like if there's a new burger place that opens, it feels like they are a smash burger place. And everywhere is selling smash burgers. Sells smash burgers now. Um, it's just one of those things where it's like it was good when it was kind of like a rarity. But
Yeah.
generally, I want just a regular burger. Like I don't need it to be like the fattest burger ever, but I do want my burger to have some body. And some of these smash burgers that I see are literally like beef crackers almost, the way that they're smeared onto the grill, and it's like, I don't know what we're doing here when we have to get, like, a triple to have a semblance of a normal burger, you know? So,
Yeah.
I'm kinda just over the craze itself. I think it was cool when it was, like, kind of one-offs here and there, and it was, like, restaurants that specialized in that, and everyone else kinda fucked off, but now it's like everywhere is a smash burger restaurant. Every place that sells burgers also has smash burgers, and I'm just kind of over it.
And what's crazy, it feels like smash burgers are like at least a couple dollars more expensive.
It
And it's
does.
like, for what? For you to press down on my burger while you're
Yeah.
cooking it?
It's the same beef. Like, why is it
It
more?
it makes no sense. And yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I wouldn't say I prefer a smash burger, but I mean, I'd say it's like close. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
really,
good.
I really, yeah, exactly. I really like them, but they are. It's like it's too much, and like that's what made them special or cool.
Yeah.
And it's like when everyone has them, it's like, all right, now it's over. It's over. The gig's up.
Yeah, do y'all have, Freddy's near y'all? Freddy's frozen custard?
Yes,
So
we
they
do.
obviously they sell smash burgers. For a long time around us, Freddy's was the only smash burgers place, and it was
Hmm.
good. And it was like, if you want a smash burger, you go to Freddy's and you get
Yeah.
a smash burger, and it was good. It was a good, good change up from the norm. I actually really liked them, and I would get Freddy's semi often. And then something happened in the last like 3 to 5 years where it's like every burger place that's opening now is all smash burgers. And yeah, I think what you're saying as far as, like, the additional cost is because they can trick you into being like, "No, it's a triple patty, so, like, it has to be $12." And it's like, "No, but it's like it equals, like, a regular burger, so it's like,
Yeah.
should be 8 probably, $8 or so." And it's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just I feel like they've gotten very, like, gentrified isn't the right word because it was probably always, like, a white people thing,
Yeah.
but it's like there's this, like,
Mainstream.
yeah, just this mainstream aspect to it now that's, like, taken over, and I feel like has clouded what the smash burgers were meant to be, which was kind of like a simple comfort, thing that was, like, different than the norm and unique, and now it's not at all, so
Yeah. That's deep. Do you have a favorite place that you'd get a smash burger place that does smash burgers? Was it Freddy's?
to be honest with you, I would still say Freddy's because I just don't go out of my way to, like, try any of these other places because
Yeah.
they're all kind of the same after a while.
Mhm.
It's like they all d if you don't even have to worry about how you cook your burger because you're just trying to make it as thin as possible and make it crispy and all that shit, it's not, like, impressive to, like,
Yeah.
cook it a certain way. Like, whereas, like, a
Yeah.
thicker burger, you have to, like you can't overcook it or it'll be dry or, like or you can't undercook it, it'll be raw and you'll be able to notice. But like a smash burger kind of takes that out of the element. So it's like everywhere starts to taste the same. And I don't know. There's a place here called it's like an acronym and funny enough, I forget who it's a Houston rapper and it's I want to say it's Bun B, honestly, or something that
Oh, I think it is.
yeah,
I
I
think
think
I
he
heard about it.
owns
He
it.
opened up. Yeah.
And it's supposed to be really good, and I do hear it's really good, but to me, I'm like, it probably tastes a lot like Freddy's. Like, it's probably just another smash burger that's maybe a
Yeah.
little better, but it's like, I don't know.
Trill Burgers.
Oh, Trill Burgers, yeah, so there's that one. The one I'm thinking of is a different one that's only in Austin, and, it's an acronym. Ah, fuck, it's gonna piss me off now. Someone famous runs that one too, but yeah, Trill Burgers is in Houston, and it's Bun B.
I want to find this. It's awesome. Maybe. Maybe not. You said it's an acronym?
It is, it's like something ABC, NADC.
NADC.
Yes,
Yeah.
NADC, not a damn chance is what it stands for, and
Wagyu burger.
yeah, they're like Wagyu smash burgers, which I hate to be that
Damn.
guy, but that kind of eliminates what the fuck a Wagyu, like, beef
Yeah,
is, like,
that is
for.
true.
I don't know, like, I guess it does release more fat, so maybe it, like, crisps up a little better, but at the same time, it's like Wagyu is kind of intended for, like, steaks and, like,
I
enjoying it
saw
for what it is, you know?
I saw somewhere with a Wagyu hot dog a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago.
and see, that's
You ever
ridiculous to me.
had
It's like,
that?
what the fuck are we doing here? Like, that's
Have you
probably
ever
a
had one
10.
of those?
No, but it's probably a $10 hot dog that's pretty good, but it's not worth
12.
$10. 12, exactly, yeah.
I
That's
didn't
fucking
get it
crazy.
because we were going out to dinner, but I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know, it sounds good, like, I wanna try it at
It
least."
sounds good, but goddamn, is it gonna be $12 good, or, like, would I also just really enjoy, like, a Nathan's hot dog that's grilled to
Yeah.
perfection, you know? It's
Yeah,
like,
I know. You're
I don't
not
know.
wrong.
Yeah, so anyways, a lot of those places are opening up around here, and literally for the last 5 years, it's been that way, and it's just been slowly chipping away at me, and I think I've finally reached my limit with the smash burgers. I'm ready for everywhere that's selling those to just fuck off, and then we just leave it to, like, the best ones in the city, and then that's it
Yeah,
because it's just too much.
that's
Um,
I agree.
yeah, and then my buy low, we're going with, we're going with mental health here. I'm buying low on mental health. I recently, went back to therapy. I haven't gone to a therapy session in a while, but, you know, life gets crazy. Sometimes you just need to, talk to somebody, get it out, and, you know, just kinda try to manage your experiences and your emotions and reactions to all these things. So I went to a therapy session recently, and my therapist was asking me if you know, I have any outlets or like any ways to kind of like just talk about things and like just get things off my chest beyond like therapy. And I was like, you know, my wife and I have a great relationship and we talk about all kinds of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, and then, you know, this sounds really douchey, but I do also have like a podcast that I've started recently. And like we kind of get to like talk on a semi regular basis about just, you know, everything and kind of just, you know, shoot the shit and bullshit with each other and everything. And he was like real supportive of that. He said that the podcast is a good thing for my mental health. So here we are. We're gonna be podcasting forever now because my therapist said it's good for me. So we have to. If I stop doing this, then I've lost an outlet, and I can't afford that at this point. So buying low on
Yeah.
mental health, and this podcast is is according to my therapist a very important aspect of my life now, and we have to keep going. So.
Yeah, I agree. First of all, good for you for going to therapy. That shit is it's like if you find a good therapist and shit, then then it all works out. That's
Can be super
awesome.
helpful.
Sometimes
Exactly.
yeah, sometimes it can be tough, to find someone that you like and
For
like
sure.
get what you're necessarily trying to get out of it.
Yeah,
Uh
I've gone through multiple therapists in my life where it's like, you know, I just don't connect with them for whatever reason.
yeah.
I have some funny therapy stories, dude. One time I had a therapist that I went to like 3 sessions or so with him, and on like the 3rd session, I was in high school at the time, and this was like probably my first therapy experience, so I was really trying to see it through, and I was like doing all the shit that he asked of me, and then like the 3rd session or so, I came in and he starts telling me how like, yeah, you know, some even some places they'll do therapy and they'll hypnotize you, and I was like, haha, yeah, that's, you know, that's funny. And he's like, if you want, I can actually hypnotize you. And I was like, wait, what the fuck?
What?
What the fuck are we talking about here? This dude, this dude, when I say like that, I look back on this experience with such like fucking disgust and such concern for my like younger self because I wasn't naive. I knew I couldn't be hypnotized, and I didn't believe in any of that shit anyways, but
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, "I am so uncomfortable in this situation, I'm just gonna kinda go along with this and, like, get the fuck out of here and never come back," which is what I did, but
Uh-huh.
basically, he was like, "Yeah, you know, I could, like, try to do we could do a hypnosis session if you wanted," and I was like, "Oh,
Like, bro, like
I was
you're
like
literally throwing your credibility out the fucking window.
That's all I was thinking in real time. I was like, this is the guy that I've spent like at least 3 hours probably like unloading the stressors in my life right now and like trying to
And
get
you're
some relief.
literally jester gooning in front of me,
You're Chester Gooning talking about fucking
paying you
hypnomaxing
$100
me
an
right
hour.
now. And this dude, so he says that, and I'm like, oh, I was like, yeah, I guess if you want to try, like, we could test it out and see how it goes. So I'm on the couch. It's very like stereotypical therapy session. I'm on the couch. He's in a chair across the room. And he starts like, he's like, just go ahead and, just lean your head back and just kind of get comfortable and just, blah, blah, blah. And just relax and just be as relaxed as you possibly can. And he starts like counting backwards from a certain time. And he's like, when I snap, you're going to just like fall deep into a sleep and blah, blah, blah. And so I go through this whole process. He counts down, he snaps. Just to get the fuck through this.
Fake it.
Fake it. Yes. Yes. I fucking drop my head back and I'm like trying not to like laugh, but also trying to like, I don't know how to get out of this situation at this point because it has gone so far that I'm faking being hypnotized. So I drop my head back. I know it sounds like I'm about to get, but I'm not. I don't think. I don't think I did. Maybe he hypnotized
Maybe
me.
you did hypnotize you.
So he does that. He snaps. I draw my head back. He starts saying like kind of like words of affirmation almost, where he's like saying like, you're gonna release all this stress, and when you come back, you're gonna feel totally different. Blah blah blah. All this bullshit. I'm sure this was like step 1 in like a 12-step program of him me or something and taking advantage of me. And so we get through that session. I'm like, he ends up saying like, I'm gonna count down again, and whenever I snap, you'll come back. He did that. I came back. And then he's like, so how do you feel? And I'm like, I remember everything that just happened. None of this was a secret to me. I didn't feel hypnotized for a second, but I'm like, yeah, I feel great. Like I feel really good now. And
Like, get me the fuck out of here.
yeah. And he was like, okay, well, that's it for today. And that literally ended our session. I walked out the door and never fucking came back. I don't even think I told my mom about it. I think I just like stopped going and just that was that. But that shit was crazy, dude. I look back on that. I don't even know how to find that guy now, but I hope he's not practicing.
The balls on that therapist to just take your money and be like, let's fucking try like hypnotization or some shit. Be like, yeah, that'll do. Let's wrap it up.
As soon as he brought it up, or I don't even I don't remember how it came up. It organically came up, and it was like a funny thing. And then as soon as he started talking about it in a serious light, I was like, oh fuck, like we're done. Like we're done here. This is it. Like, if you think you can hypnotize people, we're fucking done here, dude. Like I don't know what to say. Like that shit was so fucking funny.
That
Uh
is wow.
It reminds me of we had like a senior lock-in at my high school where like after graduation we did like a lock-in at the school, and all the seniors like spent the night and hung out, and they brought like a hypnotist in, and he like hypnotized like a dozen kids allegedly.
Wow.
And I remember that was before my experience, and I remember watching them, and he was like getting them to like walk around like dogs and like piss on like
Oh
fire
my god.
hydrants, like imaginary fire hydrants and shit. And I remember being like, this is so fucking embarrassing for them because I know they can like tell this is
That's
going on.
humiliating.
Yeah, and they're just doing it because they think that. And he even said prior to this, he's like, in order to be hypnotized, you have to believe you can be hypnotized. And it's like, yeah, because they're fucking idiots and like they just
Yeah.
want to be hypnotized. But yeah, and then my fucking therapist hypnotized me after that. So uh yeah, dude. So that's my buy low, sell high. Buying low on mental health after all that.
Yeah, you're in the ground level if your therapist trying to hypnotize you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're entering at level 1. What do you got?
So my sell high is going to be the World Cup.
Not a
And
fan?
not really, not really. Just not a fan of soccer in
Mhm.
general.
Mhm.
Um and like throughout the years during World Cup, I maybe have watched, I don't know, a couple of the United States games and then like a couple of gold medal games or like championship games and like semifinal games, maybe. Even when I was like a full blown degenerate gambler, I still wouldn't touch soccer or bet on soccer. I'd bet Russian table tennis before soccer. But yeah, never been a huge fan of like soccer, the World Cup, FIFA. Like I was always we play FIFA at like my friend's house growing up. I was like the only one that didn't play or like know all the
Yeah.
dudes. Um, but like it's coming to the United States, the World Cup here in over the summer. But specifically calling out FIFA, which as we know is totally not a corrupt
No, yeah,
organization
very,
or
very
anything.
straight up
Yeah,
and,
they have a great track record with
yeah,
humanitarian then
morally on par with what everyone would like to be associated with, so
yeah. But so specifically, I wanna point out the, train fare or the transportation fare in New York. This is happening in most of the cities, but specifically, so the games some of the games are gonna be the Meadowlands in New York or technically
mhm.
New Jersey, but usually a train ticket, they say from, like, anywhere in the city, I guess they have, like, a ticket or a pass, $12.90 to get to the Meadowlands. I guess that's even during football season and shit, so that's not a bad deal at all.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not crazy to expect the price to go up a little for during the World Cup, like, that's totally understandable, but it went up from $12.90 to 100.
That's insane, dude.
100 for the subway,
What's the Trump
or
math on this?
what percent is
That's
that?
like
So
8,000%,
yeah,
bro.
dude, oh my god. We were watching a video earlier, I'll have to send it to you because I was dying. My girlfriend showed it to me. I was laughing so fucking hard. But, I guess RFK when he was at that Senate hearing
Yeah.
or whatever the other day, and the other
This
dude was talking, and he's RFK, you can just hear him breathing into the mic like a little pug or
Yeah, it's so bad.
struggling.
I felt like RFK at the beginning of this pod, I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to catch my breath. I was like, I'm gonna sound like fucking RFK on this mic right now.
Oh, god,
He
this
sounded
race
horrible, dude. For someone that's
yeah,
supposed to be, like, very in shape, although he was a crackhead, it's just
yeah.
fucking wild. That
And
is
how about
yeah.
him cutting off the, raccoon penis? Did you see that?
Yeah,
And how
of
he had to
course.
save it for research purposes.
Yeah, dude, this is the same guy that cut off a fucking whale head and strapped it to his car. Have you ever read about that story, dude? It's so fucking funny.
No. I
He
sorry, go ahead.
they found a beached whale, him and his family, like, while they were out at the beach, and
Oh, yes.
he
I think I do remember this, but
he
go ahead.
went he went home, got a chainsaw, came back, and chainsawed the whale's fucking head off. And this is, again, a beached whale that was probably rotting, disgusting, all these things.
Yeah.
Somehow got the whale head onto his car hood or, roof, strapped it
Somehow.
up strapped it up. They had the straps going through the windows, so they had to have it cracked because it was like tied around the entire thing. And apparently, as they were going around turns, the whale head juice was like sloshing into the car and just making it like uninhabitable. And their kids had to put literal plastic bags over their heads to like prevent the fucking smell from like overcoming them. It was just a
That's
fuck. Because there's so, and they were like driving down the road and getting looks because they had a whale head on their fucking on their
you know
car.
how much cocaine you have to be on to think that's like a decent idea, and then make your family assist you in bringing home this fucking whale?
Can you imagine the moment of clarity that his fucking wife had to have when whale head juice was like sloshing into the car? Like, how did she go along with that? And how did that not like put her over the fucking edge, dude? Like, that's so crazy to me. So, yeah, raccoon penis does not shock me. That's actually way
It's
better when you think about it.
yeah, he just probably keeps in his pocket like a lucky rabbit's foot or something.
Exact. This is my lucky raccoon dick that I jack off right before anything big in my life. Oh God.
Gosh.
So, anyways,
But
what was your yeah,
anyways,
FIFA?
um anyways, so the FIFA upped the ticket price from $12.90 to 100. People obviously were outraged, were complaining about it. This was
Well,
like
because
a
there's still
month.
people that gotta like do regular shit. I'm sure that like rely on
Yeah,
this.
and it's gonna like obviously the traffic and shit when the World Cup comes, it's gonna, I'm sure, impact everyday life. But everybody was complaining and about the charge up to $100, and then the FIFA said, "Okay, we hear you. It's now $150 to ride."
They upped it.
They upped it again.
What?
After everyone was so pissed, they upped it 50
Why?
more
What the
dollars.
fuck is the thinking there?
I don't know what they say. I'm trying to see if I can find a statement, but
Fucking God.
the statement I see is quote, "This isn't price gouging." CEO told reporters Friday, "We're literally trying to recoup our costs."
That's what? Like, how the fuck does that
Scumbags.
work? Like, what?
They're trying to
This is.
recoup their costs, and I'm sure their tickets are like, what?
I mean, what? How does that even work in their minds? That's I don't believe that that's what quantifies what is and what isn't price gouging. I think price gouging is more so just like, are you taking advantage of a certain situation in order to charge like exponentially more than you
Yeah.
typically would? Like, so that's what this is. Like
And I
everyone's
guess,
trying to recoup costs at all times. That's what profits are all about. That you can't just charge 1,000% what you typically
yeah,
would.
that's insane. And I guess I
Yeah,
was wrong. This is only happening in New Jersey, New York. It says in Los Angeles, one-way fares will remain $1.75. In Atlanta, they're locked at $2.50. In Houston, a single ride is $1.25. Philly, $2.90. And in Kansas City, they don't have subways, but you can get a round trip ticket on a bus for $15.
what the fuck?
But
So
they
it's
just
just this is
know
a New
that,
York problem,
yeah, because they just know that like the sheer traffic alone, the numbers that they
right?
will do.
And it's New York, so
It's-
they're gonna sell what they wanna sell anyways, like,
Yeah, and what do they mean recoup their cost? Aren't they getting like multi-billion-dollar TV deals for this tournament and
that's
ticket
what I don't
sales and
get.
merchandise
They're gonna
and
recoup with, like, subway charges? Like,
that's
what
just
are
an
we talking
extra
about?
like mill to go in a couple of
Yes.
CEOs' pockets.
Yeah, that's a fucking ridiculous. FIFA is truly probably the most corrupt sports organization in the entire world, though. So yeah, it's not shocking either.
The only th the only thing that they've ever gotten right is is giving Trump the Peace Prize.
Exactly, and now that they've done that, they've bought a bunch of goodwill with all of us, so they know that they can get away
Yeah,
with
they're
it.
playing with house money now.
Exactly, exactly, so that's where this all comes from ultimately, I guess, but
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, that I mean, I'm just out on the World Cup this year. I mean, I was
I mean, I'm gonna
already
watch. I'm not a big soccer guy either. I have never been able to, like, get into, like, the overseas teams and shit because I'm not trying to watch at 4 AM, and it's also
yeah.
just not the most exciting sport to watch, but I do like the World Cup in terms of the pageantry of it all, you know?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out this year in our country and
Yeah, I
just
mean,
everything.
I always hear that we're gonna end up being, like, good at soccer, like, with the next World Cup, and then the next World Cup rolls around and we're still ass, so I just don't.
Seems like they're regressing, if anything.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about our team. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens though. Maybe Messi will win again or something.
Yeah, like, if there's a cool storyline or some crazy shit's happening, maybe I'll
Y
check it out,
Yeah,
but
if there's, like, some, like, Cinderella story or something, that'd be cool, but and then your buy low?
my buy low is gonna be just fucking enjoying life. I took some mushrooms last week that I found in my fridge that
Nice.
were sitting there for, like, I don't know, a while,
Were
8,
these
9
were these
months.
portobellos or, uh
They were, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
portobellos.
yeah, yeah.
But no, dude,
Shiitake.
I have never made mushroom tea before in my life, and I'm a big fan of eating mushrooms, but you know that, like, kinda nauseous feeling you get every time you eat them.
Mhm.
Fucking it's not fun.
Yeah,
Um, and I was reading online, apparently, if you make, like, mushroom tea, you are essentially bypassing that. It's kinda like eating edibles, like, the way it's digested differently.
yeah.
Um, but
It
I
seems
was
like a
like,
more chill, like, approach to it as well.
yeah, and I've never been like, I'm a super picky eater. So eating big gnarly mushrooms was never fun. I mean, it was fun once you got there, but getting them down is never fun.
I love though that the, end result was enough for you to like, "Yeah, I'll eat
Dude,
it."
right? um, but I was just like, yeah, reading up on making mushroom tea, and I was like, this just seems, yeah, like you said, peaceful and like and so, yeah, it's super simple. I didn't really have the exact tools, but it was kind of like a do it yourself kit I made. And I mean, it
Yeah.
worked out unbelievable. And
I
like I
mean, is
said,
it like the idea of, like, regular tea where you, like, put it in, like, a cloth and kind of, like, just steep it almost? Like
you can do that. I didn't have any of that material. But also the videos I saw told me like literally just grind up the mushrooms, boil water, keep it on like a low boil, do, um, and just dump the grinded mushrooms in the water for like 10-ish minutes and just let it sit. Pour it out, strain all the obviously the grinded up mushrooms, unless you have like a tea bag or something, strain it, and then just put a fuck ton of honey in there. And
nice.
it looks gross, but it just tasted like honey water. It actually
Yeah.
tasted good. Um, and that's the thing, like, when you are eating the mushrooms, you, like, feel it going down your stomach, and you're, like, waiting for the nausea,
Yeah.
but I just, like, drank the tea, and I, like, forgot that there was, like, anything in it. I just, like, went and got in the shower,
Yeah.
and then I got out here and it hit me and like, dude, I haven't eaten mushrooms in a while, and it was just like the most at ease and like giggly I ever felt. I was watching The Chair Company.
Oh, yeah, dude, I
Tim
fucking
Robinson,
love The Chair
dude,
Company.
Tim Robinson was the best, but I got interrupted by you and Jack breaking that Rossini news to me, and
You're on
I
mushrooms while that broke.
and that dude, I was just like so far gone in Twitter memes for like the next
Oh
4
my
hours just,
god. You were having such
um
a peaceful experience, and then Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel fucking
it was
digitally
great, dude. That
involved
was
you in
just
their
like
affair.
it was just like the hardest I've laughed in so long, and it felt so just like pure, and my stomach was hurting, but in a good way, just from laughing
Uh,
so hard, and like I was just like a good reset, but it was
yeah.
much needed.
That sounds magical, though. I do love the tea idea.
Yeah, I'm like, I wish I found out about it earlier. I don't know if I'll ever actually eat them again. I'm sure I will, but like if
Yeah,
I
I
ever
had
have the
always heard, like, a peanut butter
opportunity,
sandwich, was, like, a good
yeah.
option, but
But if I ever have the opportunity to make the tea, I'm gonna make the tea.
all right, we are back. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Word to Michael Bublé. That rhymes also. I didn't even think about that, but
He's
welcome,
spitting.
welcome to the second half of the show. As I stated earlier, we tend to, break up our recordings and go a little long-winded, but it works out because we are now joined by our number one fan and good friend, Timmy Montana. Tim, welcome to the pod. It's great to have you. I actually did like a 5 minute monologue in the first half of this recording to like let everyone know that we were sorry you couldn't join us, but I wanted to give you a shout out. And
I
then
appreciate it.
yeah,
Thank
time
you for
goes on
having
and
me.
now here you are. So you've made it on, and I'll delete all of that monologue. No one has to know about that now, but welcome
Happy to
on.
be here. Happy to be
Hell
here.
yeah. Are you what is your experience, I guess, with being a guest on a podcast? Is this your very first time being on a pod?
Zero experience. This will be
Wow, we're
podcast
popping your
debut for
cherry.
Timmy Montana. Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell the audience about yourself. Give us a brief breakdown on all things Tim and who you are, where you come from, all that good stuff.
I am from Jacksonville, Florida. I went to school with Sean and Jack. We've grown up together. I met you through them, and we've all kind of been in a group chat together for about, I think I'm year 2 or 3 out of how many years you guys have been doing it? God, almost 10, I think. I think we're upcoming. I think it's like 8 or 9. Yeah, I think I got in like maybe 3 years ago, and, I don't even know how many people are in that group chat, but I think there's only like 4 or 5 of us that
That is a funny
contribute.
ass part of the group chat. It's like,
I think there's like 5 people in there that I've never heard from.
yeah,
Only a select
there's like
few
10
meet the
people in there, but
criteria.
yeah, yeah, it's technically a very large group chat, but you wouldn't know it by the way that,
Yeah.
that
But
we
no, big
communicate.
fan of the podcast, Sports Degenerate. Um, Here for it, man.
Fuck yeah. Well, again, it's good to have you, and we'll kind of just hop right into it. Tim, like we said, is like our number one fan, so he knows how this whole thing goes. We don't have to give him the rundown too much, but we'll go ahead and get into the junk drawer segment, which for the audience, again, we've combined loose change and pop culture portion control into one now, and that is junk drawer. So yeah, we pretty much just talk about anything that doesn't fit into the other categories that we go over, or the other segments, I should say. But Tim, do you want to kick us off, or is that too much pressure? Do you
Too
want to
much
pass it to
pressure.
Sean?
Way too much
Yeah, I
pressure.
figured. I figured. Sean, do you want to get us kicked off, or I know you're having
I
computer issues. I can go if we really need
I
to.
got us. I got the old,
Hell yeah.
when technology fails, I got my note.
Hell yeah. Well, go
But,
ahead, get us
yeah,
kicked off. What do you have for junk drawer?
I got a couple things. Something I wanna start us off with. I know we have all been seeing all the reports for the last, feels like about a month. Feels like something new every couple of days. It's our favorite couple, Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini.
Oh,
Um,
man.
just just a couple hours ago, more news broke uh, that they back in 2021 when Rossini was pregnant. I guess there's paperwork or a receipt or credit card that they were out rented a boat together for a couple hours. I guess they interviewed the guy working there. He like confirmed that both of them and just the two of them rented the boat. It's just hilarious. I just want her to spill all the details. At this point, the speculation is probably worse maybe than what actually happened, but like
it's gotta be
Is
worse
it?
still somehow. I
Is it?
mean, I don't, I feel like everyone is speculating that these are Mike Vrabel's kids. So it's
I
like,
just saw today as well that the husband of her is demanding a test, a DNA test of the children.
I saw
I
something about
saw
that
that
too. I didn't know if
too.
it was legit.
But
Same,
everything's
I didn't
I
know.
don't know if I'm getting got half the time now. Like I assume I'm getting got most of the time.
Exactly. You got to go in with like some skepticism and then go from there. But I felt the same way. I was like, I don't know if this is legit, but I honestly, it wouldn't shock me with the way
That's
things are
It
valid.
makes
going.
sense. It checks out.
It does. It does. But yeah, that shit is fucking nuts, dude. What the fuck? How was this going on so long at the
It
degree
had
that
to
it
have
was?
those 2 have to be the type of people that, like, get off on that shit to keep it going for so long and to both be so high profile, and she especially Diana, I don't wanna throw one blame on one more than the other, but, like, she's the one, like,
Sexist.
dangling all these reports, and she's literally going on "Pardon My Take," and they're like, "Who's your favorite coach?" And she's immediately like, "Vrabel." Like, she loves, like, dangling the clues and thinks she's
Uh,
getting away with it. I swear they both get
she was
off to this
definitely
shit.
Well,
like texting him on the side.
all the clips that
When
have come out from her, like talking weird about her husband, and like before all the old clips of her now that are
Yeah.
resurfacing, like
Yeah, they
yeah,
look
they
bad.
don't look
It
good.
looks
they look real bad.
rough. And, like, it's
Yeah, she
supposed to
had
be
to
tongue
be.
in cheek, but, I don't know.
I mean, I really. She has. I mean, she's still sticking to the whole like this is nothing. Like she hasn't really said anything since then.
Yeah,
But
she, like, deleted her Spotify playlist and her, Twitter and, privated all her social media. I don't think she's said anything yet. But it's I don't know. It's just crazy. And like
it's looking back.
Vrabel
Go
goes
ahead.
to I don't even remember what he went to, some like Patriots team something where like fans could go and they gave him like a standing ovation literally for what?
Yeah, it's
I saw a
crazy looking
video of
back.
a guy like harassing him in the airport. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah, the like
Yeah,
TMZ dude, or I
Yeah,
guess
just
he like
good,
followed
sold
him
it to TMZ or
all the way to
something.
the car.
good.
Yeah,
That's
that's
tough, man.
fucking crazy, man. It's so funny too looking back to the two sodas thing with with Max because it's like she was such a bitch to him and she was out here doing this shit the whole
Yeah.
time. It's like if I were Max, I would low key be taking some joy in this, honestly.
They're
Yeah,
having fun with
they
it.
gave him a shot
Yeah.
today. They brought that up, and someone I forget who was like, "Well, we don't know if that story's credible." And Max was like, "No, no, like that was confirmed."
Yeah, well that is a that's a fun story.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it continuing on. I mean, if they're gonna
looking forward
Like
to the
uh
next
once every
tell
couple
all.
weeks, we just get another little piece, you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
It's like a series, a TV series. You just get these little episodes each week and we
and then
hop
That'll
on
be
here
a sick
talking about it.
documentary.
eventually
It
the
will be, I'm sure.
foundation will crumble, and then it'll all come out. Someone somewhere will tell all
Yeah,
of it.
it's gonna be a spouse. I guarantee it. But
Yeah,
It's gonna get weirder.
damn. Well, I guess I'll get into. Let me double check because I don't know how many of each of our things we're gonna get through. So let me make sure I'm picking my most favorite thing to bring up first for junk drawer. Let's see. Okay, I'll start with this. Are y'all? Do y'all like Lord of the Flies? Did y'all have to read that book in high school and stuff?
Probably had to read it, but I didn't read it.
I was gonna say
You-
if I was supposed
Technically,
to, I
Sounds
didn't.
familiar.
yeah. So I'm not a book person at all, but Lord of the Flies, I was introduced to it when I was like in middle school, probably via the movie that came out in I think like the 90s or 80s or something like that. I was just watching it because like my stepdad at the time was watching it, and there was it's. Do y'all know like the premise of Lord of the Flies or anything?
No.
It's like they're like, it's like an island maybe?
Yeah, there you go. You're on the right track. It's an
I feel like
island.
I know what I feel like I've seen like a. Is it a movie too?
Yeah. It's a book first, but there's been 2 movies. One of them was back in like the 60s, and then one of them was in like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely haven't seen it.
Yeah, so basically Lord of the Flies. I'll give you all a brief rundown. I'm gonna I now I don't even know if I wanna, like, even talk too much about it because I don't wanna spoil anything, like, but I thought y'all would fucking know at least the idea of Lord of the Flies.
Couldn't
What's
be
it?
further removed.
Yeah, so Lord of the Flies is, this story of these kids, it's like a school, like a boys' school that's on this airplane back in the '60s or whatever. It gets in a crash on a deserted island,
Never.
in the middle of the ocean or whatever. And the pilot dies. There's no adults. It's just these like, probably 6 to 14-year-old boys maybe. And there's a whole mess of them. It's like, I don't know, 30 of them. And they are stuck on this island. They end up having to like obviously fend for themselves, and they split off into 2 groups. One group kind of maintains order and tries to be, civilized and that sort of thing. The other group starts going fucking nuts and like becomes savages essentially. And these 2 groups have, a feud of sorts. There's a lot of crazy shit that goes down. There's a kid named Piggy. There's a kid named Ralph. There's a kid named Simon. And there's a kid named Jack, ironically. Guess who's the asshole out of all of them? It's Jack. so, Jack is like the leader of the savage group and everything. And Ralph is the leader of the uh the group that like maintains order and shit. And basically I don't want to spoil too much. Crazy shit goes down because why I'm bringing this up is because there's a Netflix. It's actually like a BBC limited series, but it's on Netflix now, and it's like a 4-part limited series that covers the entire story. Each chapter is based on one of these main kids that I just mentioned. The first one is Piggy. The second one is Jack. The third one is Simon. Fourth one is Ralph. So each episode is like kind of centered around one of them. And I've been watching it with my wife. We're about to be on the last episode, which is the Ralph episode, and it is so fucking good. I'm not a book person, but growing up, having seen like bits and pieces of the movie from the 80s and 90s, it like kind of scarred me because it was like really fucked up, and I just didn't really fully understand it as a kid. So it kind of gave me this like morbid curiosity, and it actually made me like want to read the book whenever that time came. So we read it in high school. I read it again with my wife, like, I don't know, a couple years ago. And now this show has come out and it's so fucking good. I can't recommend it enough. It starts off a little slow, because they're just kind of setting the, story. It does a really good job of kind of showing the progression of them going like insane little by little. And the point that we're at now is like the climax of the entire story. And I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Like the cinematography is incredible. The way that they have like the colors damn, there's a fucking loud ass car going by outside. I don't know
Oh.
if y'all heard that shit.
Yeah, it's loud
But
as shit.
the colors that they use, like honestly, if you were like tripping balls, if you were on mushrooms and stuff, it might be kind of fun at certain points with all the colors that they're using, but it also probably would fuck you up a little bit at certain points. But basically I just wanted to say that this fucking show is incredible and anyone that's listening to this should go watch. I don't want to say too much because apparently
What is it on?
it's on Netflix.
Netflix.
So, yeah, and I guess more people may not know fully about Lord of the Flies than I
Is
anticipated.
that
So
what it's
everyone should
called?
go
The
watch this.
limited
Lord of the
series?
Flies. Yeah, just Lord of the Flies. It like just came out a couple days ago. But it's so fucking good. Just stick with it through the first episode because the first episode is slow, but it's just building. And
How
It's only
long are each
4
of the
episodes,
it's like,
right?
yeah, it's like an hour each, so it's like 4
hour
hours
each?
of watching
I could
total.
do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it. It's doable, but I had to bring that up because I've always been a huge fan of the story itself because it is just kind of like I was always into like the Man versus Wild and Survivor Man and all those
That
shows and
kinda
that sort of thing. So,
kinda reminds me, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the movie, where
Castaway.
no, similar, I guess, but like the like a Chilean soccer team or some shit crashes up in the Andes Mountains,
Yes,
and
I've heard of this.
they end up like eating the people who die and to stay alive up on the mountain, and it's all a true story. And
Yeah, I was
then
gonna
Oh,
say that one's real.
and then
Yeah.
finally, like, some dude ends up walking like an insane trek up and down some mountain to get help, but they had already eaten like 3 people. And the movie is in Spanish, but it has closed captions, and I'm usually not a fan of that. But that shit was intense, and the movie was graphic. They were showing them like cooking the skin, like bacon strips of human skin and shit. And but it was a crazy movie. And then like, yeah, just when you're more interested, like, when you kinda have some information on the story, like you said with Lord of the Flies,
Lord of the Fries, dude. We
Lord of
should
the
make a
French
fucking
fries,
parody.
dude.
but, like, that makes it so much more interesting, like, when you're balls deep in the movie and you kinda have, like, some knowledge and you just feel like you're so
Yeah.
much more immersed.
Yeah, like, that's what's made it pretty cool is because I know how the story goes, and I know, like, what's gonna happen, but the way that they're doing it is so good that it's, like, building this anticipation, and so it's like, even though I know what's coming, it's still so fucking good, but I would highly recommend it. You guys should definitely watch.
But yeah.
Well,
Lord of the
Tim,
Fries.
the yeah, Lord of the Fries. The time is now, Tim. It's, time to jump into the arena here with us.
What do you guys think about the Draymond Green Austin Rivers beef?
That shit is so funny.
I've been
Fucking Austin
watching
Rivers
that back and
roasted
forth.
his ass, dude. I
I
love
mean,
the, I was number 1, you were number I don't know.
So I
they both
missed
like are spitting facts. It's just like they're just different points.
I
Like
Yeah.
missed what Austin Rivers said on, what was it, Dan Patrick originally
I
to
missed
make.
that too. I didn't see
Yeah.
the original. I didn't see the original
Yeah.
statement, but supposedly it wasn't that bad. He was supposedly giving
Yeah.
him like compliments.
And it's
Yeah.
classic Draymond, you know,
I think it
like
had to do with the Steve Kerr stuff.
Like,
'Cause
the
Steve
beef
what?
that they
Kerr,
have.
like, there was an interview that he gave about how he thought, like, Steve Kerr hindered his career.
Oh, yeah, but I
I
mean, everything Austin Rivers said was spot on,
Spot
and
on.
I mean,
it
he
was
is one of the luckiest players. I mean, not that he's bad, it's just like he couldn't have been placed in a more perfect situation from front office to teammates to coach to, like, it just being with, like, a stable franchise his whole career because he's not a
yeah.
type of guy
Do you
that's.
do you think Draymond Green would have ever made an All-Star game?
No.
I think he maybe would have made an all-star game, or yeah, an all-star team, but definitely not, like, all NBA or anything, and definitely wouldn't have, like, won any rings without the squad that he has around him,
You
so
think he'd still be in the league?
No.
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
how
How
I
long
could
long
has
has
see
he
he
been
been
in the
him.
out of
league
the
now?
league?
Yeah,
How
not
many years has he
now,
played?
probably. He's gotta be, like,
He's
If
played
he
15
got
now, right?
drafted the same year as Austin Rivers, who was in our high school
and he
class,
played 11 years?
who did 1 year in college, so he would be, what, 2012 draft?
Yeah, so, like, almost
Yeah, and he
15
played
years.
11 years,
He's
Yeah,
old,
yeah, I
so
dude.
know
he's
He's,
been
like,
playing
Draymond.
for, like,
older than us.
15 seasons. No, he wouldn't have played
And
15
Draymond went to
seasons.
college for 4 years too, so, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
he's getting up there. I
He
mean,
was
I don't
pretty
yeah, no,
good.
know.
He was good in college. I liked him in college.
he's a scrappy player, and he's definitely kind of the straw that stirs the drink in a way, I guess, but I just think that he has so much fucking audacity to, like, talk as much as he does for not being even, like, he's probably the 4th most important player out of him, Clay, and KD in that entire,
Yeah.
situation. Like, obviously, he won he was on teams that won without KD, but I think in the grand scheme of things, when you consider it all, KD's gotta be above. They probably don't
Shit,
win.
Iguodala might have been more important than he
Yeah.
was.
Exactly. Orca whales. I love orca whales. They're like my most favorite animal of all time for sure. Um, the South African coast line used to be like loaded with great white sharks. Do y'all know like the Shark Week videos where they're like breaching and stuff and like flying out of the water and
Yeah.
going after the seals and all that stuff. So that was usually in South Africa that they would have those videos. And the great white shark population in South Africa has dipped to almost zero. And it's because, or there's actually a few different theories of why this is happening, but one of the main theories is that there's a pod of orcas that has essentially started just fucking annihilating the great whites in that area, and it's caused the great whites to like figure this out and like dip off to like other places. But it's insane because this was like a great white stronghold. It was swarmed with great white sharks in that area previously. Like you didn't even want to like swim in the waters because it just wasn't even safe. And now they are like almost completely gone. And there's two specific orcas that they think have basically started this like aggressive hunting style of great whites, and their names are Port and Starboard, I believe, like a boat.
Uh,
And let me verify that. Yeah, Port and Starboard. And basically these are like the two baddest fucking orcas in the entire world, apparently. But I just think that's insane that potentially two orcas have almost trained like these other orcas around them to like attack these great whites. And there's like videos of them doing it. Like you can actually find on YouTube, there's this video of this great white just kind of swimming like slowly in the water, and then like a fucking torpedo, this huge great white just comes and slams into the side of it and just like instantly kills it. But
And
yeah,
so they're
these
assembling gangs and calling
yeah, they got
shots.
like an orca gang that's like taking out great whites in one of the most heavily populated areas on Earth. So I just thought that shit was nuts. Like I'm a big ocean guy, so that shit was like super
The
interesting.
orcas are smart as fuck, right?
you could
They're
say they're well orchestrated.
oh, shut it down. That's the end of the pod. Oh
Damn.
yeah, they are well orchestrated. They're super smart. They like in many ways are as smart as people. Like each orca, I'll give you a little orca breakdown real quick. Each pod, they're the only animal, I believe only animal, definitely the only mammal, but they're the only animal as far as I know that inhabits, excuse me, every ocean in the world. So they're in all, I think there's like 7 oceans. I don't know. They're in every single ocean, every single salty body of water, essentially. Um, each pod has different hunting styles. They speak different languages. So like one pod wouldn't necessarily know how to communicate with another pod, and they definitely don't always like each other. Each pod kind of looks a little bit different. Their spots are a little different. Their sizes are a little different.
So it
And
really is
they,
gangs.
Damn, it really is
yeah,
like turf wars out here.
yes, yes, and they are very like emotional animals. Like their pods that they're in, like these family units, are like super important. There was a an orca a few years ago whose calf died, and she pushed the dead calf, for like hundreds of miles in the ocean because she was like depressed and like didn't want to lose it. She was like crying out and everything. They're just like really, really interesting creatures, and they've never killed a person in the wild because I feel like they have like an understanding that we're kind of like different than every other animal essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just super interesting animals. But
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah, I had to
Shout
get
out
into
to the
that.
orcas.
Shout out the orcas. But all right, Tim, what's your next junk drawer if you have one?
So I don't know what you guys have talked about like previously, but did you see the new smoking law in England?
Dude, we were gonna get into that. I think we briefly started talking about that because we were like, let's save it for the next recording when we get into the junk drawer. So that's funny you say that.
So like
Yeah.
people in England, just like if you're not of age now, you like can't smoke ever. People
Yeah, I
that
think it was like, yeah, anyone born in like 2007 or something and beyond is like never ever allowed to buy tobacco products, basically.
it's so crazy to think of is like when like people there that can smoke now, they're like right on the cusp. Their friends are gonna be like asking them to buy stoves when they're like 70. you
Yeah.
know,
They're gonna be in the fucking retirement
there's
homes
gonna be
getting
like
like
certain
fakes.
guys that like there's gonna be a couple people left in England that can buy them at one point. They're gonna be
Yeah.
like the plug for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy. It's
wonder
crazy.
if that will actually work or if there will just become like a huge black market for cigarettes and nicotine.
100%.
And I mean, there
Yeah,
definitely will, but like, is it like a penalty if you're caught with it, or can you just not buy it?
I
I
feel
doubt
like
it's
it
a.
would be a penalty. I mean, like a fine or maybe like it's gotta be like a citation, I'd imagine at least, but
Is
I
pot
mean,
cool there?
I don't think so. No, I mean, not like they don't. It's not legal if that's what you're asking. Like,
it's
Thought
cool
people,
though.
like,
It's cool
love,
as
like,
yeah, it's
fuck.
real
sprigs over
cool.
there.
It's cool as fuck over there.
It's cool, it's super fucking cool.
But no, that is crazy because, like, I mean, I'm not, a smoker. I'll smoke a drunk cig here and there. But and it is definitely one of those things where, like, I understand making it illegal to smoke in an establishment where people that don't wanna smoke don't wanna be around it and that sort of thing, like, I get that. But, like, to not let people kinda make that choice for themselves is pretty extreme. I don't know. I don't know. That just doesn't
Is it
I don't
nicotine or cigarettes in particular?
I don't know either. I didn't read up on it enough, but
Can you
it's
vape
at
in
least
England?
That's a good question. My guess would be no. My guess would be no. But
Can you chew Nicorette gum in England if
let
you're
me let's look it
50?
up. I forgot
yeah,
Sean doesn't have his, abilities to,
sorry.
research right
Usually
now.
I'm
Y'all
quick
y'all
with the shits for
yeah,
this.
give us your, predictions as far as that goes, and I'll look it up while y'all do that.
I think it's gonna be all nicotine
I'm
tobacco
seeing
products.
that it says you can vape in England right now, but the rules have changed under the Tobacco and Vapes Act of 2026. While vaping
Jesus.
remains legal, disposable single-use vapes are banned as of June 1st, 2025. So I guess
Shout
maybe
out
it did happen.
shout out
Yeah, so it
G.
looks like it's everything. Damn.
Damn.
So, yeah, you're not gonna be able to buy anything, tobacco,
Wait, wait,
nicotine,
wait.
nothing.
If you're under 21.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
really, it's even actually less than that. It's anyone born after January 1st, 2009, it says.
Okay. I don't
So that
plan
would be,
on
like,
I don't plan
17
on
years old.
going over there anytime soon, but if
But
I'm
you're
ever
good.
if I have and it's sick, I would love to go back, but it's a great place for some drunk cigs. Like
It says they
I
Shit,
have
dude, I
medical marijuana there.
so they
really
got medical
It
marijuana, but
says
they're making
recreational weed is illegal, but medical cannabis is legal via specialist prescription.
hmm, interesting. The UK is a funny place. I don't know. That's
Seems like
that's,
just a rainy place, man. I just
it
think of London, I
does.
just think of, like, rainy
It's way
teeth.
colder than you think too, I feel like, or than I think, I guess. Like, it's supposed to be pretty cold, like, all the time. I don't think it really well, actually,
yeah.
they say that it gets, like, hot, but if it's, like, 70 degrees, so I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
they're
they're
talking
like complaining about it.
Yeah.
I always see those posts over there that like people are talking about heat
And then
stroke and shit.
they try to explain humidity to us too. They act like we don't have humidity in America. It's like, dude, 70 degrees and humid is still not hot. Like, I get that it can be humid, but it's not fucking hot. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but that's so funny. Well, yeah, that I don't know. I'm glad that I don't have to worry about it, I guess, but I definitely want my drunk cigs every once in a while.
That's lame. That's I don't know. It's fucking lame.
That's fucking lame, dude.
My
That's
dad used to
that's
tell me
cool.
when
That is not
what
cool.
did they changed the drinking age here from 18 to 21 in
Yeah, wasn't that back, like,
1980,
in yeah, the '80s or
1982,
something?
and my
Yeah.
dad was 20, but you
Damn, my
got
dad would've been
grandfathered in.
21.
If you
Okay.
were already 18, you got grandfathered in,
Imagine
and
being, like, 17 and a half though, and you were, like, so
yeah.
close.
All your
And then you gotta
friends get grandfathered in, you gotta wait 3 more years?
That sucks, dude. I feel like it's gonna be a similar to, like, a prohibition thing here, where there's, like, gonna be, like, smoking speakeasies almost. I
Yeah,
just
especially, like, it feels like England doesn't play about their fucking cigarettes.
yeah, they don't
I
they
just
don't
feel
Yeah.
like everybody in England smokes cigarettes, like, I feel like that's the place that you can smoke cigarettes,
Right, you would think.
and they're just saying, "Nah."
We can't have
Man.
nice things.
Alright, Sean, do you have any other, junk drawer topics?
Yeah, there's something I wanted to talk about. The Met Gala always brought up this time of year.
Ye
I kind of forget about it the day after. Uh, I'm curious. I don't really know what the fuck goes on. I think it's a fundraiser,
they
but
drink baby
besides,
blood.
yeah, I'm about to say so. Like it's at like the Metropolitan Museum of New York, and they have like the big red carpet where you see all the crazy outfits and shit. But like the only thing I remember seeing, I don't even, a couple of years ago, someone took like a selfie in there, and it was like a huge deal because apparently you're not like none of it's supposed to get out. And then I'm just curious, like, what are they doing in there? Is there liquor? Is there food? Is there drugs? Is there live music? Is there, like you said, are they eating babies? Are they,
That's what
and
they say.
like, why are they doing it in the middle of the fucking Knicks basketball game right down the street, making people like Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet argue with their wives or girlfriend? Like, I've been there. It's like good for Ben Stiller for going, but like we all know how that is. And there's
Yeah,
definitely no
Timothy
TVs
Chalamet's a
inside
real
there.
one, dude. Timothy's a real
Yeah.
one for fucking just dipping out of there. He's like, "Fuck this, dude. I gotta go sit courtside."
I feel like the Met Gala is more like what goes on before the Met Gala than it is actually the
Yeah,
what goes on
Yeah.
inside. Like
It all feels
yeah,
very
like
formative.
once you get in there, it's time to go. Like that's it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
We
the
did the
whole
Met
thing just
Gala.
catwalk? And then is it like
Yeah,
super awkward inside? It's just like a bunch of famous people that like don't
just
actually know
waiting,
each other. So
waiting
they
to
gotta
head
be
out.
like, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like famous people don't know how to actually converse and talk to people too. So it's gotta just be like you go in and have these like very stupid, fake, awkward pleasantries and stuff. Like I doubt
Yeah.
there's any good conversation going down.
It's
Nah, the
gotta be
most
like
like
the
awkward
worst.
small talk ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I would have no interest in going to something like that because I'm not like I mean, obviously I'm a very stylish individual, but I'm not that stylish, so I don't have the like the taste for that sort of thing. And then I especially don't have the desire to like sit through the bullshit, the fakeness of that whole group. But I don't know. Would you guys go if you had the opportunity?
I am
Nah,
curious what a baby tastes like. Hey, God damn it.
So, Sean, you have a curiosity as far as what babies taste like?
Yeah, I mean, if everyone who's rich is eating them, there must be
I don't
something
know if they're
in
eating the babies, I think they're drinking the blood. I don't think they're eating the entire baby. So,
whatever it is. I just want to try it. You can't
I
knock
just
it
wanna
till
be
you
a
try
part of
it.
it.
Isn't that what you always preach?
I guess that's true. I can't be I can't be telling the picky eater to not be adventurous, so Oh, fuck. Alright, let me see. Oh, here, actually, this is a good one. So, Sean, I know you're into fucking bad reality shows, but Tim, how do you feel about
I'm all for it. I'm a little out of tune with like the latest reality shows.
Mhm.
I did get locked into like Mr. Beast Games thing for a while.
Okay, okay.
That was some good like binge-worthy TV that I just kind of
Good,
got
yeah,
roped
trash
into on
TV.
accident. Never thought I
Yeah.
would be interested in anything Mr. Beast, to be honest with you. But the way he does it, like you just unfortunately the way he does it, like you have to watch the next one.
Yeah,
He's
no,
got
I
you.
that
He he
yeah.
figured it out.
He's
He
got
figured
the
it out.
algorithm on lock
E
for sure. No, that
exactly.
yeah, that show is pretty
Um,
good.
I watched Fear Factor, the new Fear Factor.
Okay, alright. Fear
That
Factor, that's
was they
good.
did that one a little different this year. It was like, Knoxville was the host, and instead of doing, like they put them all in a house, and they, like, eliminated people, and it was kinda more of a reality show than what it used to be.
Oh, so it's not like a one episode at a time sorta
No,
thing,
they
it's
lived in
like
a
a full
house, and they were doing
season.
episodes, like, every Tuesday, but, like, they were eliminating people. It was, like, elimination challenges and stuff. It
Damn,
was
and
kinda
were they
cool.
still eating cockroaches and shit like that?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice,
Eating
classic.
cockroaches and yep, getting electrocuted, all that stuff.
Hell yeah. That's good to hear that we're still, in that timeline,
I don't get
but
the Love Island stuff 'cause, I'm not married or have a girlfriend right now, so
so
that's where I
that's
I get to avoid some of those.
Yeah, that's exactly why I ask, and I think Sean and I are in a similar boat in that regard, where like our significant others kind of like put us on these things, and it really is like one of those things where I would have never watched this shit on my own, but man, it's so fucking good, and the newest one that my wife and I just kind of like binged and got through is called Temptation Island. Y'all may be familiar with like there's been a Temptation Island for like another country before,
Yeah.
and it kind of sprouted the US version, I think. And the other one was hilarious. It's basically, to give you the breakdown, there's like 4 to 5 couples that go to this island together. They're each a couple, so they're together. They've been together various amounts of time, 1 year, 2 years, one of them was 5 years, and then they go to this island where the men break off to one house and the women break off to another house, and in those houses, there's a fuckload of, like, hot singles. And these singles,
And
so, like, in
alcohol.
the men's yeah, and a lot of alcohol, and, these singles,
What could happen?
yeah, exactly. Who like, what good relationship wouldn't expose themselves to this? So, uh, they all go to the island with the premise they're so full of shit, dude, but they all go with this premise of, like, I just want like, from the men's side, it's usually, "I just wanna show that I'm faithful and that I'm loyal." They've usually they've usually had, like, a cheating incident in the past, and they're like, "I just wanna prove that I love her, and, like, no amount of temptation can ever get me," and you can tell they're just trying to be around a bunch of ass, basically,
Yeah, they know
and,
what they signed up for.
yeah, exactly, and then the women are coming on with this whole, like, "Yeah, he broke my trust, and, like, I still love him, and I want us to work out, but I don't really know what we are and, like, how serious we are and, like, blah, 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 and, I'm just interested to see how he fares and acts during this time," and they go in basically presenting it as like this is nothing for them. They're not even interested in like the single men, but obviously both groups split off into their respective houses, and then they send in probably like double the amount of singles. So it's like 10 singles and like 4 people in a relationship. And like in the men's house, it's all these girls with like giant tits and big asses and stuff, and like just there it truly is like a temptation island house, like, and they are going through these different like challenges. They got to pick like a person to go on a date with them each day, and they usually, from this season, it's like they would pick one person for the first date, and then a lot of times it's like they kind of hit it off with them, so then they keep picking that person after that, and they're like just slowly kind of like falling for this other person and stuff. And the thing that makes this whole thing like so fucking awesome and like entertaining is the other the other person in your couple gets to go to what's called the bonfire like every couple days, and at the bonfire they watch clips of you like with these other people and shit, and it's so fucking chaotic, and like they stir shit up on purpose too. Like they will like cut clips to where it like kind of makes it look worse than it is. Like, for instance, there was this one challenge where it was like the guys had to like they had to like write down like a secret, or like a kind of like a risky admission on a piece of paper, and then they would like read it out loud or whatever. One dude wrote like, such so and so has like the nicest ass in the house, and then his girlfriend like watched him say that, and then one dude literally wrote like, I bet so and so's pussy tastes like something, I don't know, like,
No one will
and
ever see it. Just write it down and show us on the camera.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
so funny.
you're
It's
on a
like
reality TV show. No one will
they
ever see it.
they instantly forget like where they are somehow, and so
That
they
pussy does to you.
yeah, exactly. So the dudes are like immediately acting reckless, and then the girls are trying to like behave themselves at first, but then they go to the first bonfire and they watch their dudes say this crazy shit, and so it makes them go back to the house and start acting reckless, and basically it just turns into this whole shit show where inevitably some people start fucking each other. there was like one or two, maybe two couples. I think it was just one, but like one couple stayed together, and I mean, their relationship is fractured now at the very least. But man, it's just so fucking good, dude. I could watch shit like that like every day basically. But yeah, it was a really good binge watch, I would say.
Yeah, I haven't seen Temptation Island yet. I know of it. Um, and yeah, that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah,
Uh,
you guys got to get into that one because if you like Love Is Blind, this is like Love Is Blind,
you mean
but
Love Island or
no,
Love?
well, it is kind of like Love
It's like
Island.
a
I didn't really
mix
get
of
into Love
both.
Island. Yeah, yeah, it's sort of both because it's like these people are trying to pretend that they're truly in love, but it's like, no, you're not. Like, you're clearly not. You're on this
Yeah,
fucking
you're
show
on
right
this
now.
show. If you're even here,
Yeah, and
Austin, did
then
we tell you? Did Sean ever mention that we had a friend of ours that was on The Bachelor?
no, oh, wait, maybe who did you mention
One
this
of our
before,
friends,
Sean?
Cody,
no, I
was on
don't
The
think I brought it
Bachelor.
up.
Damn, what season was he on? Was
I'm
it
sure he's
recent?
got some funny stories.
We got to get him on the show.
I
He
don't
would
know the
do it in a heartbeat.
season.
He's like, "Oh,
He got like voted off or whatever kind of early. Not like he was in for a
Oh
couple
man,
episodes. He brought like a sex doll to the opening
he's
scene where
one
he
of
got out of
those.
the girl. Yeah,
That's fucking hilarious.
I
Oh
forgot
my
about
god.
that.
season
I gotta
17,
season who was the bachelorette for that one?
eliminated week 2."
Wow,
Yeah.
that sucks. Poor Cody. That's
I
gotta be a
remember he
gut
like
punch a little bit.
gotten a got to get in like a mud wrestling match with this other dude that he was beefing with, and the other dude like kind of kicked his ass.
Katie
Oh
Thurston.
no.
Katie Thurston
Oh,
was the
Katie
lady's
Thirst.
name.
Oh, wait. Okay, I think I know which one this is actually.
Yeah, they
Let me
were
look.
all like getting out of the limousine, introducing themselves on the first night, and they all had like different little bits that they were doing.
Okay, yeah, I do know which one this is. That's fucking hilarious. He was on her season. That's so fucking funny. I got to go back and watch that ASAP. Oh my god. I think she was on
That name sounds so familiar.
I think she was
Katie
on the very
Thurston.
first season of The Bachelor that my wife ever made me watch, if I remember correctly. And then she ended up becoming the Bachelorette after that, I think. But
Then
that's
another
hilarious.
kid from our high school was on The Bachelor or Bachelorette, Luke P. Are
Yeah,
you familiar,
Luke Parker.
Austin?
That
Yeah,
sounds
everyone.
I mean, there's always like a Luke P or like an Eric C or some shit, you know?
Yeah, he was like I guess I didn't watch, but like a Bachelor villain. None of the girls
Oh,
liked
okay.
him. When I bring him up, everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
So he went to school with y'all?
Yeah, he went
Yeah,
to Ponte Vedra with us.
Was he a douche? Be honest.
I
Yeah.
didn't know him.
He was, dude. He was. He played baseball with Jack. Too bad Jack's not here. Jack could definitely give me some good stories. The only thing I remember is just him being like such a try hard. Like he was pretty good at baseball, I think. But we had team sports class together, and I'll just cook him in basketball, and he would get so mad. And he was like a way better athlete than me, and he just thought that would translate. And he
Yeah.
would be like, he would just get so mad. He'd be like hyperventilating and taking it so seriously for like PE basketball. But
He's like one of those that
yeah,
like flies into the lane and then like throws it off the backboard instead
yeah,
of like doing a nice soft finger roll or something.
yeah. And then yeah, everyone said he was a douche on the Bachelor too. So I was like, that kind of checks
Damn.
out.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at his highlights on there for sure.
So if you guys couldn't tell, I got my little conspiracy hat on today.
I
Um,
see it.
so the last thing that caught my attention, this pressing matter, is another thing I was ignoring, maybe chalking up to coincidence or just pure, I don't know. But all these missing and dead scientists, you guys been hearing about these?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
we're at like 13 now, 12 or 13, I think.
Yeah, and they're all connected to not necessarily the same like branch, but they all have kind of the same like engineering backgrounds and sort of the same fields. And it's fucking nuts. Like how many of these people are posting right before, I'm not suicidal. And it's like, oh yeah, this person that has no history of drug use overdosed. Like, oh, this
What a
person
troll though if they are suicidal and they're just trying to fuck everyone up.
throw everyone off the scent.
That's kind of the ultimate way to go out almost if you're a scientist and there's
Maybe all the
conspiracies.
scientists are just depressed.
Yeah,
Is
maybe.
it
I mean, it's
because
got
they
to be a
saw
little depressing to
something?
know that much. What are they studying that's so, because I
It's
honestly
like
haven't read
aliens
too
and
much about this.
UFOs and stuff, all these people, right?
Yeah, it's something to do with that. And I don't have
Gotcha.
the information super highway at
Extraterrestrial
my
activity.
fingertips, but yeah, it's just it's wild. And each person just dies like in it's almost like a movie, like, oh yeah, just a car crash, like all these people getting whacked by the CIA. They're being
Yeah.
sloppy about it. It's
So is that
nuts.
the thinking is that it's like government agencies that are taking them out, not aliens that are taking them out?
That's
Yeah.
that's my belief, and that's
Yeah.
some common belief in the areas of the internet I frequent. The
Reddit.
depths.
In my neck of the woods.
That is so
Over
wild.
on the other
Yeah.
side of the tracks.
I was listening to the do y'all ever listen to the macrodosing podcast?
Yeah, I know exactly. I was just about to bring it up too.
Yeah, I used to listen to it a lot more. I honestly don't really listen to it too much anymore, but I actually like tuned in the other day, and obviously they talk about aliens periodically on there,
Mhm.
and delve into that. But I saw a clip of Big T saying that he doesn't believe in aliens, and I'm like, how in 2026 can you think that there's like nothing out there? That's just kind of
Well,
crazy to me.
Big T's your classic example of until it applies to me, I can't fathom that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just insane to me though, because like even if you don't think there's anything in our solar system, I think that's fine. That's probably reasonable. I don't think there's any other life in our solar system necessarily, but like in our entire galaxy and then like the billions of galaxies around it, you don't think there's anything? Like that's just kind of ignorant to me.
I
I don't
think
know
it's
how that would
yeah,
even be possible.
True.
incredibly ignorant to think we are the only like and yeah, you said it in multiple galaxies that we are the only ones functioning like
'Cause I don't think
with
he
a
realizes, like,
livable
how
planet.
big just our galaxy is, you know? Like, our galaxy alone is fucking massive. It's, like, trillions and trillions of planets and stars and all that shit, and then there's billions more galaxies like that. Like, that's just there's gotta be life in our own galaxy, I'd imagine, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, dude, you could get real deep. There you could get real deep. Like our whole galaxy is just like a little speck of a cell on an organism, like on the bottom of a fucking shoe in some other galaxy. You know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're Horton Hears a Who, dude. We're
yes,
literally just Horton Hears a
exactly.
Who on our little fucking speck, and we think we're significant. That's why none of this shit matters anyways, honestly.
Exactly.
Who cares? Who cares about the fucking cruise ship that's, like, gonna
That's why
get
I said just
nuked out in the
blow
middle of the
them
ocean?
up.
Maybe it's AI.
And maybe we're AI.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all
fuck.
crisis actors.
Yeah. This whole time, we're all crisis actors. Alex Jones is the only one that's, like, smart among all of us. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, that's a good way to, I think, close out the junk drawer segment, unless you guys have anything else you wanna delve into real quick.
Think
Did you see
I'm
the
You
Taco
good?
Bell employee that shot the woman over the water cup?
Yeah, actually, I remember you said that.
That
So
was like a
she
mile from my house.
so she got a
I've
water
seen
cup
it
and
like
got Sprite or something, or Sierra Mist, I guess, or
yeah,
Starry,
she
whatever
got
it's
into
called.
yeah, her and her friend, they got into an argument with the guy working behind the counter, and, he went to, like, pistol whip her, and the gun went off in the
Oh, it
Taco
was one of
Bell.
those? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
why does he care so much?
I don't know, I think it was deeper than the water cup.
They probably knew each other, yeah. He was having a long day.
Yeah, he's like,
That
"Oh,
was the
fuck
last
no, dude."
straw. He's like,
Yeah.
"I know that's fucking Sprite."
I can't take this shit anymore.
His
It's
little
all on
Tourette.
video,
Hey,
you can watch, like, the whole video of it.
Oh, so
dude.
you can see this happen and
There's
everything?
some dude, like, sitting at the Taco Bell, like,
Oh,
video recording it at his booth.
oh my god. That's wild, dude. What a crazy thing to even pistol whip somebody over, though, even if you didn't mean
Yeah.
to shoot it. It's like
They're, like,
that's
arguing for, like, the longest time. I think the 2 girls were sitting there on their phone, like, calling for somebody to come up here and, like, beat this dude's ass. And, like
oh my god.
yeah, I don't know what the
Yeah.
argument was about, but they said it was over a water cup.
Damn, can you
Jesus.
imagine, like, the regret that that dude must feel right now as he's sitting in his cell?
Just
He's like, "Why
sitting in
the
the jail
fuck did I
cell.
care?"
Dude.
It's crazy, man. Over a water cup. I legitimately wouldn't even confront anyone about that shit. Like, I can't imagine a world where I would care.
All 'cause
Yeah.
this
That.
girl, like, wanted to go to, like, Carrabba's or something, and he wasn't feeling it, like,
His girl probably
some
just, like, sent
stupid
him
shit that he
the
was
shit
arguing about at
text
home.
right before that. Yeah. Oh, fuck, and now his life's over. But so is, Starry girl, Sprite girl, Sierra Mist girl, whatever we wanna
Yeah.
call her.
I
So
mean, I'm not saying
No, I
she
don't know,
deserved.
she didn't, like, get sh I don't think she, like, died or anything.
she's alive? Oh,
No,
fuck.
yeah, I think the gu she's got charged with, like, attempted murder. I think he's just
Dude,
yeah, I
if
think the
I'm
girl's
her
fine.
if I'm her, I'm finding a way to sue Taco Bell for that and get a fucking bag, dude. That
Yeah.
Maybe
is,
Taco Bell's full.
Boy,
yeah, somehow Taco Bell is liable.
I bet she never put Sprite in a water cup again.
Do you guys know who
Or
1090 Jake is?
no.
Yeah. I'm rocking with
1090
y'all,
J.
y'all rocking with me.
So that's why I posted sent the video to Austin. It was like he had the whole video entitled like Baja Blasted.
Oh my god, yes, the Baja Blasted, that is what it said, that's right.
Damn.
That is
That's
so
awesome.
fucking funny, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll get into the, rotating tap wheel now. Let me go down the list. We've got 9 potential topics, and we, probably will get into a few of these like we were saying. Um First one, favorite shark/dinosaur. This is one that I have been dying to get into, and it just seems like it's never gonna happen. It just doesn't land on that one.
Thought we
Next
did
one
that
is
one.
no, we've kind of, like, dipped our toe into it just
Okay.
separately, but we've never fully I've got, like, a laundry list of dinosaurs I'm trying to talk about, alright?
Yeah.
Like, so
Okay. Okay. Okay.
um then we've got, best hangover foods. Then we've got a time in history that you would visit if you could go back and, or the way we kind of are gonna do that one whenever it does get picked is basically we'll do maybe a time that you go back to and you're sort of invisible, you just get to watch and observe, and then maybe a time that you go back to and you have to kind of, like, participate and be a part of society. So, um then we've got what is scarier, space or the ocean? Then we've got, an irrational fear that you have. Then we've got hopefully it doesn't land on this one, just off the dome fast food draft. That would probably use up the rest of our time. Then we've got, this one would actually I wouldn't wanna do this one either, but it's just call someone right now. So, anyone in your phone, you just gotta call somebody. Usually, we're filming at, like, 3 a.m., so that kind of, like, would make it worse, but right now, it's not too unreasonable. Alright, so I guess if there's nothing to add, I will go ahead and spin in 3, 2, 1. It's spinning right now. You guys just need to take my word for it. It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. All right, cool. I've been wanting to get into this one. It's going to be the time in history that you would visit. So let's start by doing the time in history that you would visit if you could go back and just sort of be invisible and just get to observe. Tim, you get us kicked off with this one. Where would you go back to if you just got to be an invisible man in any time period and just watch?
Hmm.
And it could be even like a specific event if you want. So it doesn't have to be like a time period necessarily. It could be any particular thing as well.
Like, maybe, like, the Woodstock days would be pretty
Ooh.
cool just to be, like, a fly on the wall.
Would you want to participate in that though?
Yeah, you're probably right. That's definitely something you
Right?
gotta participate in.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
feel like you gotta.
I'm trying to think if I wanna go with, like, a specific time or a specific event.
You can rattle off a couple if you've got a few in mind.
I need, like, technology, so I don't wanna go back too far. Well, I guess if
Yeah.
I'm watching, that's fine.
Yeah, if you're just
Um,
watching. Let's say it's like for 2 days. You get to stay for 2 days.
for 2 days, I get to go back to not a big history guy. I'm trying to think of something on like the top of my head. It's like a good something I'd want to
I don't
watch.
know why, but for some reason, the Abraham Lincoln assassination is like coming to my brain right
That's
now.
what was in my head too.
No
I
Like,
don't
what
way!
know
You
happened
guys
to
are
why.
both wanting to
JFK?
watch the Abe Lincoln assassination?
I don't know why, dude. I just can't get it out of my head right now. I'm
I
just
I
sitting
wouldn't
would have
here.
see.
stopped
I wouldn't have
John
gotten there.
Wood.
I wouldn't have gotten there.
And, yeah, and it's just the observational one. I don't even want to stop it. I just want to see it go down. I don't know why, man. It's just it
Mm.
seems like a crazy thing to witness. He's just out of play. Also, why was the president just out of play? That was a bad idea too.
Probably a
Fuck.
damn good play. What
I
play
hope
was he
so.
seeing? Do we know?
It was probably like fucking Shakespearean or something. It had to be like
Hamilton,
Hamlet.
the Wizard
Yeah,
of
it's
Oz.
Hamilton. Yeah. What if it was?
Somebody
uh,
else has to go. I don't know.
all right.
I
Well,
got
I'll
mine.
I'll throw
think.
that one out temporarily. Sean, what do you have?
I'm gonna do the fly on the wall scenario.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and this one kind of falls in that same morbid curiosity category as the Abraham Lincoln and JFK. But I want to be a fly on the wall for the final however long those people in the submersible, the Titanic
Oh,
or
dude,
Titan submersible.
I was gonna say I wanted to go to Titanic. So you're going to the fucking submersible, going to see the Titanic.
Yeah, like, and
Yeah,
I want to know if they knew they were gonna die and they were just sitting there
yeah.
waiting, or like what they were doing to pass the time, knowing they were gonna die. And I don't know, it's kind of fucked up, but I want to be
No,
there.
that's such an interesting like topic to me too. Like the Titanic as well. Like we'll just include all of that together. But like the Titan submersible in particular, like they had to have heard cracking because he was like releasing weights to like come back up to the top. So there
Yeah,
had to be some cracking, I'd imagine. And I can't even fathom the panic that must overtake you when you're 1,000 feet below the surface of the ocean and you just start hearing like the sub that you're in crack. Like
yeah. And you press the
that's gotta be
button,
the
it's supposed to
worst.
bring you up, and then you're not going up, and you're like, "Well,
Yeah.
that was our last resort."
Yeah. Have you seen the video of his wife like hearing the
Yeah,
implosion? And she's
yeah,
like, "What was that?" Everyone's like,
yeah,
"Ah." uh.
crazy.
Yeah, but
And
Titanic would
then
also be interesting to just kind of watch that whole ordeal go down.
yeah, um,
We're fucked
then
up, dude.
for I
Yeah,
know,
I'm
right?
thinking like happy thoughts. Can't think of
Yeah.
anything. Like
Tim's like not relating to this at all. Me and Sean are like, I want to see the most fucked up shit I can possibly see. I want to be scarred after this.
trying to think
Um,
of a good one.
and then I think if I could go back in history and like partake in the shenanigans, like actively be a part of it. Um, that's a fucking good question.
Dude,
I
it's
don't
gotta
know.
be
I
in like the 80s, dude. We
Yeah, I was
rocking
gonna say like
afros
70s
and
or
like
80s,
fucking tie-dye shirts and like
doing a
throwing
bunch of
up peace
acid and
signs and
stuff.
shit. Yeah, just tripping balls.
Yeah, imagine just
yeah, I
going back
mean,
to the 70s and tripping balls for your entire 2 days and then just coming back.
and like knowing everything that's about to happen, and you feel like you're fucking psychic.
Yeah. Do you think you could go back and explain any piece of technology or like futuristic thing in any way that would like make it feasible? Like could you go back and explain how cell phones work? Like, because I
I
couldn't.
mean, not like I couldn't explain how they work. It'd just be like,
Like
there's a
imagine
little
trying to
tiny,
explain Google in the year like 1900. They'd be like, "What?"
yeah, yeah, no, that'd be ridiculous.
We have robots now that like tell us shit as soon as we ask, and they'll even have like personality and stuff. Like it's
And they're wrong half the time still.
they say it so confidently though. All right, well, let's see what else we can spin for here. All right, we're gonna spin again in 3, 2, 1. Epstein. Yeah, the Epstein files is on here too. I don't think I even mentioned that, but the Epstein files is on here. Oh, it landed on the Epstein files. I swear to God. Epstein.
Okay.
Do we get into it since Jack is gone? Do we save it? All right.
Is this Jack's topic?
This is Jack's most favorite topic. No, Jack has been avoiding this like the plague. Every single time that I read it off, I can see his skin crawl a little bit. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Epstein's like that other piece of news that just like kind of won't go away. Like every time I go on like Twitter and see there's like another little, even if it's an article from like
little
3
nugget.
months ago, it just pops up like it's recent. Like it's just keeping her staying around a little bit.
Well, I guess the irony of having Epstein on the wheel this whole time is that there's really not much to even add. I don't know.
Well,
it's just kind of a shitty situation.
Actually, today, they Department of Justice released, dude, it's so fucking fake.
I just don't believe anything that they even release or say about it. That's like, it's all bullshit.
They released a suicide note today.
Yeah.
What did he die? Like 6, 7 years ago? 6, 7. But no, how does he die 7 years ago? And then like now at the height of all of this shit happening, they're just like, oh, actually, he did leave a suicide note.
Allegedly. What did it allegedly say?
Honestly, I couldn't even really read it because it was in like the most sloppy cursive handwriting, but it was like it was like a couple of sentences. It's like, they tried me and got nothing on a 16-year-old case. And
that's just not true at all. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking fake as shit. But it's just like, again,
like
playing
when the people that are covering it up are like the same people that are like talking about it. It's like I can't listen to any of it.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, we investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing.
And found out we're all good.
Yeah.
Turns out there was no big deal this whole time.
It turns out everything's all right. It was just it's over.
You know what? It was actually probably nothing that was going on there.
It is crazy because there's so many like limbs to this spider web where it's like it's gone into, you know, obviously very powerful people in politics, but obviously also very powerful people in like media and in technology and like all these different avenues where they all have an interest in like keeping this shit under wraps. So it's just so fucking, I don't know, it's very strange the way it just, for some reason, it's taken this long.
There's way too many, like, to get anything
you know?
real, it would have to go through way too many, it would never get out.
Yeah.
Like, anything that's, I don't know,
Pablo Torre did a great episode with
Pablo Finds Out.
Yeah, he had a great episode. He had a great episode that was pretty much all about that, but about how what's this guy's name? Henry Wexler, I think is his name, at Ohio State. I don't remember if that's his name or not. But
was he like the president or something?
Yeah, and he basically like was great friends with Epstein and was like financing a bunch. Epstein was in charge of a bunch of his finances and like just, you know, a bunch of shady shit with money, but like his name is on the athletic department at Ohio State, like engraved in the football stadium and all this shit. And it's like come out that he would have like deep ties with him, and Ohio State is trying to like distance themselves. And this guy, I think he was the guy that Part of My Take was talking about, tried to fuck a podcaster. Like a 20-year-old podcaster from Ohio State tried to get him on her podcast, and he like tried to fuck her. And the guys on TMZ are like, I mean, what can you know? Podcasters are so hot. Like, what can we say?
That's right. That's right. I do remember that now.
Yeah, but Pablo
so funny.
Into that, and he brought on the GeoGuessr. You know that guy on TikTok that like will look at the picture and tell you like where on
you
Earth.
can like
I know the game. I don't know who the dude is.
Yeah, there's a dude that's like a human GeoGuessr.
Yeah, and Pablo brought that guy onto his show to look at pictures of Epstein and Wexler together to find out where they were. And they were able to do it, like 3 or 4 photos from the Epstein files where they were able to like find out where that was, and they were like Ohio State sanctioned events and all this shit that like he's just everywhere. He literally
Yeah.
infiltrated everywhere. That's why they say he was like a Mossad agent or whatever. He literally his whole goal was just to blackmail. It's not a coincidence that he's only friends with fucking powerful, strong, like, these certain types of people. He goes after them. Or he
Yeah,
did.
it's so funny. I saw a tweet one time that was like, it was like everyone for some reason when they like first hang out with Epstein, and it's like, I gotta get a picture with this guy because it's like
Yeah.
just everyone has like it's like tons of pictures with him. Like if you have one picture with him, you've got like 15. Like it's
I do
fucking
love taking
crazy.
pictures.
I think he was doing it for the blackmail, honestly. I think he wanted them all
100%.
associated, like, they thought he was
Yeah.
just taking pictures and shit. It's like, no, he wanted you, like,
Just a
fucking
coincidence.
tied
He's
to
just a
him.
really friendly guy.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. He's very friendly.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just gonna upload them to Facebook.
Did you, hear the, interview with what's his name today? Dan Soder, is that how you say it?
Dude, he's
Yeah.
so funny. So
He
funny.
he was, like, in the Epstein files
Yeah.
because he was, like, trying to go to one of his shows.
He's like, did he think I was good? It's like,
Can you
Epstein's favorite comics.
Can you imagine having no knowledge of that though as Dan Soder, and then like suddenly when everything starts coming out, your fucking name is in the Epstein file?
He said that Pete Davidson like texted him like, "Yo, we made it."
That is so fucking funny though. But yeah, no, that is one of those conspiracies that's not even, I mean, it's not even a conspiracy. It's just I feel like it's
And
more of a conspiracy to believe that the shit that we're fed basically in that,
did you
I've
also
seen
see
so many
the
like AI videos of him, like of like the videos of him in prison. You see all those videos on like Twitter. It's like this is
Yeah.
like Epstein like leaving the jail like the night of the the suicide.
I've seen
Yeah.
so
The
many
night of the
AI
murder.
videos. He's like moonwalking out of his cell.
It's like what the fuck?
And I love how there's like a huge gap in the footage too, and they're just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
And
don't know.
the camera
the
went out.
the
Yeah.
fucking the corrections officer. There's one female corrections officer working there that night. She got, like, I want to say over $20,000 sent to her in like Cash App payments from random dudes that like or end up linked to Epstein the
My
night
God.
that night, literally the night that he fucking died. She got like a $20,000 Cash App payment.
That's
How the
fucking
fuck do we
wild.
explain that?
It's inexplainable because they'll never tell
Epstein
us.
Island's just somewhere else now.
Did you
Yeah.
see also the last few days that like just more and more people are considering pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, I just don't even understand how
Wasn't
that's
she
like
supposed to
even
tell a bunch of
possible.
stuff to
Yeah,
like?
she hasn't said shit.
He didn't say shit. They said she did that deposition, and then everyone was saying that that deposition was AI or not her or a body double. And it's like I don't even know what the fuck is going
She
on
might not even
anymore.
be alive. She might be somewhere
She's
fucking
with
she might
Jeff.
be on Epstein Island.
They
She's with
cloned
Jeff
her.
in Israel. They're playing Xbox. I saw that Epstein, they're like some account. They're like, this is his account and he's active like
He's
2 weeks
playing
ago on
Xbox. I saw that actually, yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny. Have y'all seen pictures of the island itself and like of the
It's like
mansion that's
not
on it and
far,
everything?
like off the
Yeah, it's like
U.S.
right. Yeah, it's like a 30-minute boat ride, I think. Like
Yeah.
maybe not even, maybe even less.
Yeah, you can
Little
see
St.
it
James.
from whatever it's next to, like
St.
Roatan or
Thomas or
something. Yeah,
something.
St. Thomas.
Yeah. It's also not as nice as you would think for like a private island that he would host these giant parties at and shit. Like the pool is just a rectangle. It's not like this like awesome pool with a waterfall or anything. Like I don't know.
What
I
were
kind
they
of expected
saying?
more.
What were they saying about the that like shark door on the episode?
I don't
What?
know. I didn't
I don't know if
understand
I
it either.
saw that. There was
I
a
mean,
shark door.
what they were talking about made it sound like and I had never seen this
Like they
before,
were
but
feeding people to sharks or something.
yeah, like apparently there was a door on the island, like built into the rock, like literally into the island, and no one can figure out like what the fuck, like almost like a bat cave on the side. And the only explanation people are coming up with is that it's like a shark door
Shark
that they would
door.
throw, like Doctor Evil, like,
I was gonna say he's a
like
real life Doctor Evil, dude.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
And he's super into finances and shit too.
yeah,
That's hilarious. Oh my
yeah.
god.
So
Well, I'm glad we finally got into that. I don't know why Jack was so scared of that, but
yeah, Jeff Epstein overall not a great guy.
yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, what do they do on, Part of My Take? They're like,
We
even
disavow.
better person, yeah, much
Yeah.
better he's much better financer than person. Oh, fuck. Alright, are y'all cool doing one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, cool. We'll try to make this quick, and then we're good. Alright, it's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning, and it is an irrational fear that you have. I've got a good one for this if y'all want me to start.
You're prepared for all these, dude. It's cheating.
Well, kind of. Sometimes I just throw it on the wheel and it's like set it and forget it, you know? I just put it on and then I just let it
Irrational
go.
fear.
There's another
An
one I was hoping
irrational
for,
fear.
but I'll hold out.
So
Irrational.
I'll get us started. I have an irrational fear that I'm convinced is going to one day come true, and it's due to the fact that I've seen videos where this is possibly a real thing that could happen. I've got an irrational fear that someday when I'm taking a shit on the toilet, there's gonna be a snake that
Oh
crawls up
man,
through the
those videos
toilet.
are terrorizing.
Yeah, because 'cause I've seen videos of snakes in toilets, and I don't know, man. That is truly something that, like, I can't even think about it too much because it'll make me start shivering a little bit. I hate that, the idea of it, but it is something I concern myself with.
Man, I'm gonna be thinking about that now.
I know,
Yeah.
every time, every single time. Maybe not every time, but, like, a lot of the time. Alright, who's next?
Irrational fear.
Damn, I might need a minute.
Oh, man. You gotta have one. You gotta have an
Yeah, I
irrational
I would
definitely
fear.
say
do.
like an irrational fear, and I don't know how good of the one this is, but like getting stuck in an elevator. It's never happened to me.
That's
But,
a good one.
I get
That
in the
is a good
elevator
one.
I have an elevator at work, and I genuinely just take the stairs just
Yeah,
because, like, once a month it's out of order, and I don't wanna be in there when it is out of order, so I just
yeah,
take the stairs. But,
Yeah.
I would say I have an every time I get in it, as soon as I get in it, it, like, shakes real quick before it starts, and
yeah.
then so I have, like, a fear that I'm gonna get stuck in this thing because 'cause I'm, like, kinda claustrophobic.
Me too, and I don't
That would
like
be,
those
like,
ones
an
that, like
irrational fear.
yeah, that's a good one, because I don't like those ones too that, like, take a while to open the doors whenever you get
Yeah.
to the floor that you're on, like,
Yeah,
you'll get there, and then it
it
sits
takes
there for a minute. Takes, like, a little bit too long where it's like that 1 second
Yeah, your
past what I'm
heart
comfortable with.
drops.
Yeah,
I go in
and then as
a
soon as it
ton
opens,
of
I'm out.
different elevators for work every day, and some of these buildings are, like, old as shit, and the elevator's, like, shaking the whole way up, and then there's some of them that the door doesn't open for, like, 10 seconds after you get there.
Oh my
I
god.
have I've come so close to pressing that, like, emergency call button, and I never bring my phone inside ever either, which is, like, gonna fuck me one of these days, I know it.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
at least if I get stranded, I should have some water in there.
I've actually been on an elevator that, like, felt like it was stuck for a minute. It was kind of a similar situation where, like, it probably took, I don't know, 5, 10 seconds to open the door. But while that was happening and I was, like, kind of trying to convince myself I wasn't gonna be stuck in here, I looked at the, inspection thing that was on the wall, and it was, like, a year out of date. I was like, "Fuck." It was at, like, a storage unit, and we were, like, on the 3rd floor of the indoor storage unit, and,
I think
yeah,
every
that was
elevator has an old, uh,
yeah.
certificate
Yeah,
in there.
which doesn't make me feel any better, yeah, but no, that's a good one. I also have, like, this fear that, like, it's just gonna snap and fall, like, if I'm in a really tall elevator, but probably less than the, getting
Yeah,
stuck.
you always think that, like, if it falls, I just gotta time my jump. when it hits the
Yeah,
ground.
exactly when it hits. You just got to jump right when it hits, and you'll be totally fine.
I think they did a Mythbusters episode on that, and they're
Did
like,
they?
"No, you will fuck your shit up if you try that."
You would just hit the ceiling, wouldn't you?
Potentially, I guess.
They said, I'm pretty sure they said like nothing would happen because you're falling so fast
So
that like
fast.
you jumping, you wouldn't even like get off the ground.
Yeah. Sean, you got to have an irrational fear. I know you've got one in there.
Let's see. The only one I can really think of is, so I'm not afraid of flying, but like I get pretty fucking scared just literally the takeoff. Like
Mm-hmm.
just the 10 seconds where like you feel
Like, this thing better
yourself
get in the air.
sit back. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Just getting in
then we-
there, getting off the ground. Landing doesn't worry me. Weather doesn't worry me. Nothing really scares me except for getting off of the ground on a
I
plane.
kind of feel the
Every
same way,
time-
bro. I feel like you're
Me
just waiting
too.
forever for it to take off. You're like,
You
And I
we've been
have,
going
like-
you're
straight
going
for a long time.
fast.
Like,
Yeah.
I have like intrusive thoughts. I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, I see us like crashing and blowing the fuck up, or
Yeah.
like not getting off the ground. Like I've seen this on anywhere before.
There was one in like China, I think recently. I think it was China, but it was like
Yeah.
that happened where a plane like for whatever reason couldn't get off the ground and it just went full speed into a fucking barrier and exploded. And I'm like, God damn,
Dude, that's
everyone
wild.
died. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
No, I actually told my wife the same thing recently whenever we were flying or yeah,
the
I think
beginning is not fun.
yeah, I was like, cause she kind of has like an anxiety around like flying as a whole, and I said the same thing. I'm like, it's just takeoff that gets me, cause it does. You're going so fast, and there's no way you can stop. And
Yeah.
no, I hate that part.
I think
Yeah.
when you're landing, you're so used to the speed because you've been in the air the whole time that you don't really
Yeah.
notice how fast you're going till you hit
Yeah.
till your wheels hit. But
Yeah.
like
And then it
the other way
starts to break
around, you're
really
sitting fucking
quickly.
still,
Yeah,
and then you're starting to go however many miles an hour.
And I've
Yeah.
seen plenty of videos of pilots like landing in some sketchy shit and still pulling it off. Like I feel like
Yeah.
landing in trouble is a lot easier than you
because
may
they still have
think.
the speed, so they could kind of like take it back up if they need
Yeah.
to. Like I think there was a Southwest flight that had to do that not too long ago, where there was like a car coming across, like a luggage cart or
Yeah,
something like
I
that, and
saw
it had to
that.
like yeah, it had to pick back up and
I saw a
um.
crazy video a couple weeks ago. Some dude like jumping into the engine, like killing
Oh, I
himself.
saw that shit too, dude. I couldn't tell if that was real. I was like,
I
what
never
the
know
fuck?
either, man. Everything I just like I don't even bring stuff up because I don't know if it's fake or real anymore.
I fucking hate the time that we live in that
Fucking
regard,
AI,
dude. It's
dude. I'm like, it looked real, but like,
and it
it
sucks
also
when
looked
you
fucking
like.
fake.
I don't know if y'all experience this, but my wife and I will like send stuff to each other, and sometimes we'll like watch it back together. So like sometimes I'll send her a video, and I'm like, ha ha ha, maybe I'm a little high or something when I'm watching it, and then like I'll send it to her. We go to watch together, and then when we're watching back, I'm like, oh fuck, this is definitely AI, and then I just feel
Yeah.
stupid, dude. Like I don't know. I just
oh
fucking
my
hate
God.
that shit.
So
Oh fuck.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but all right, well, those are good irrational fears. I think that's a solid way to end the episode. Tim, do you have anything that you want to say to the audience to close out your debut on LTTO?
Nothing, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm more than willing to come back again sometime, talk some
Hell yeah.
sports. I know I'm coming in on the second half of the episode, but
Yeah, we'll
I'm
get you
really
in for a full episode at some
sports
point,
guy,
but
man. At the end of the day,
we'll do a
locked
extra
in.
point with you at some point soon. We'll have to get an extra point in, and we'll get a lot of sports talk out of the way for one of those. Sean, do you have
Yeah.
anything that you want to say? Any parting words?
Just live long and prosper, fellas. It was fun.
Fuck yeah.
It was
Hell
fun.
yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you boys joining me today for a impromptu recording session. But yeah, other than that, we will see you guys next time. We'll catch y'all on the flippity flip. Peace out.
Peace.
Fuck yeah. Way to go, boys.